The mistletoe margarita, the Scrooge driver, the North Pole punch. The holidays call for cocktails, so get everything you'll need for them delivered with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. So,
what's it gonna be?
Classics like Bullet Bourbon, Don Julio Reposado, or Kettle One, or maybe something new. Find it all on Drizzly, where you can get beer, wine, and spirits delivered for any holiday festivity. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
At Sleep Outfitters Outlet, great sleep is a big deal. Save 40 to 60% every day on every Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Queens as low as $249. Customer exchanges, closeouts, and floor samples. Inventory changes daily, so come in for your dream deal today. With no credit needed financing, expert advice, and up to 60% off retail, it's never been easier to get the sleep and savings you deserve. Go to sleepoutfittersoutlet.com for financing details and to find a store near you.
Hello and welcome to BB on Blast with me, Gaz, and a very croaky
Lindsay.
She's got a hoarse voice, and we found out that could be, what was it? Because of voice misuse, potentially. Either speaking in too high a pitch or, I don't know, excessive cackling, maybe?
I think it's something terminal, actually. I'm on to setting 12 on my cackle. Anyway, Gaz is going to be doing the line show of the talking tonight.
Right, we are back with a Celebrity Big Brother podcast. We haven't covered CBB since the first week, so we're going way back to day 3.
Oh my god.
Which was when they had that Gungeon task.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That episode started with Paul raving in the garden.
Raving?
Yeah, I think he was throwing some shapes in the garden.
I liked the conversation between Barry and Helen where he was going to, hey, you've been on Pointless. She was like, oh, yeah. He was like, she was like, oh, I've been on it 3 times. He's like, yeah, I've won it.
Didn't Mastermind come up as well at the end of that?
Oh, yeah, and then he's like, yeah, been on that too. Chase, yeah, been on it, won it. I was like, okay, Barry, calm down. They're all game shows, for those who don't know.
We had the first talk of nominations going on. Sam was saying, I don't actually know who I'd pick. And he was alluding to nominating Trisha at one point. We'll have to coordinate, he said to Jordan, beforehand, so we both do it.
Oh, that reminds me of something Paul said on BB19. He said there's an order of operation. It's that, isn't it?
Like that.
Military talk. I got the pricks of getting Marissa to say daddy in her accent.
Yeah, Sam, can I have a coffee?
Daddy.
And they said, say what's wrong, daddy. Like, why are they getting her to say daddy to them? They're like little boys.
You know why.
Why?
Sexual, isn't that?
I know, but like, in the context, it doesn't work, does it?
Uh-oh. Ah, shit, I just spilt Lemsip on me. Ah!
Do you need some assistance?
No.
Tissue?
We should be sponsored by Lemsip. It doesn't matter. Just sit here dripping in Lemsip, it's all good. Yeah.
Hang on, before they were talking about something to do with Sam's ex taking him back. That's a bit awkward, given that now he and Amelia Lily are like stepping it up a gear.
And he said all of the girls in Made in Chelsea are spineless. That's nice.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
way to talk about your colleagues.
Do you know what I've written? He starts talking about Towie girls all being spineless, spiceless.
Same thing.
Sandy was in the diary room saying that Marissa is opinionated, and she said, I'm a bit less closer to her and a bit less closer to Chad. I think he's a bit like He-Man.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
She didn't actually say opinionated, she said opinionating.
Did she?
Yes.
So she said that she's seen Chad break down a little bit when he's had a drink. She goes, give him a bit of drink and you'll see them all coming out. Although I've put, give them a bit of drunk. So maybe she did say that. Give them a bit of drunk.
Give any of them a bit of drink and you'll see them all coming out, believe me.
What they're really like. And she said, drink don't do nothing to me.
Oh, that's a bit shit. Boring.
I read in that magazine that you gave me.
Oh, it's
that
good, wasn't it?
Nicola McLean was saying that basically she was plied with alcohol in the house. And she'd noticed a big difference when she was in BB18, that there was like next to no alcohol. And she said that's why she was being boring, because she hadn't had a drink.
So she needs a drink to be interesting.
Apparently.
Okay.
Trisha and Helen were having a shallow talk. What's this all about?
Don't know.
Trisha said, most people don't like me.
Yeah.
I love the females
True.
in here. I usually connect better with guys, but in here I can't stand the guys. But the girls are... What? For some reason I've trailed off.
Well, I don't even have that bit, so...
I think it's because Trisha is so hard to keep up with when she's talking that the notes, I just can't even make them.
The Queen of England. Look at me. I got
Why
on
is
the
she calling
front...
herself the Queen of
I
England?
got on the front page of the Daily Star saying I'm a hooker. Oh, well done.
Yeah, the day before she went into the house. She thought it was like after she left as well.
Saying you're a hooker. Great. Look at me,
me.
Mum. I'm a hooker. Well done.
I remember in, out, shake it
Oh,
all
yeah.
about.
Helen goes,
This is the song.
do you know what the hokey cokey is? Trisha's like, yeah, I know.
No, but she said the hokey pokey. Oh, yeah, we have it, but we don't really do it. Neither do we. Who does the fucking hokey cokey?
Do you
Nobody.
do a kids' party
Yeah,
or
like-
something?
Even before that, you do the fucking birdie song.
I got Brandy saying in the diary room, Chad is sweet sometimes, but sometimes he tries to act stupid. And she said, Chad is an idiot and a chauvinistic pig, but entertaining.
Yeah, she did say that.
Chad has had a bit of a journey, though, since he's been in the house. Because at first he did seem very one note.
People are starting to like Chad.
I like him more than I used to. He is still just led by his dick, but he does seem to have another side to him, but I don't really know what it is yet.
I've got some more from that diary room
Homewrecker.
that Brandy was saying.
I like Brandy.
Have you got
still.
more of the quote there? She goes,
No.
she said that he's chauvinistic pig, but because of that, he's highly entertaining.
Mm.
And then she said, here's my sausage, get on your knees, tits for boats.
She didn't.
She did.
She did not say that.
Tits for boats, what does that mean?
Are you sure she didn't say tits for votes? That still wouldn't make sense, but...
I don't know, but it's funny. Also, after that hokey pokey thing, Trisha goes,
the hokey
Trisha's
pokey.
like, I'm ready to nominate Big Brother. Oh, I want people gone.
Do you think Trisha would still be there
If
if
she
Sam
got
was...
to look at her Twitter for half an hour.
Yeah, well, yes, obviously. If Sam weren't there. Because I feel like it was Sam that pushed her out
No,
of the
she
house.
said her issue was if Sarah stays, she's going. It was Sarah that was her problem.
Mm.
But it was the fact that Jordan and Sam jumped up and did a celebration, wasn't it?
Mm.
That pushed her over the edge.
Stupid. Anyway.
So then this first conversation came up about Cheryl Cole.
Oh, I don't like to talk about it. It talks about it at times 1 billion.
And it starts about Sarah saying that she looks like a giant next to her, and then she says she's like a Polly Pocket. And then someone goes, did you fall out?
Gemma.
Is it Gemma again? Oh, yeah, it's in the bedroom. And she says, we haven't seen each other since we did Extra Factor. And Gemma's like, but did you fall out?
Yeah.
And Sarah's like, well, it's not for me to say. And Gemma goes, so yeah, you did. Basically, yeah, you did.
So
Confirmed.
true. But it's like...
Oh, nothing lasts forever.
But, I don't know, it's a bit tricky because in a way...
Don't you think that Sarah Harding's a nightmare and no one wants to talk to her anymore? That's what I think.
Well, duh. But in a way, you think, oh, girl bands should be friends forever. Friendship never ends. But...
It's actually a Spice Girls song.
But... In a way, it's just like a job you do, and then do you stay friends with people that you do a job with forever?
Quite rarely, I think.
So in a way, you could look at it like that.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, what about the Irish one?
She is a cunt. She's not, I just hate her accent. No offence.
Racist.
I know, but I don't mind it on Jamie Dornan, so it's not racist.
So Chad and Brandy were having a conversation.
Chandy.
Brandy goes, I spoke to Big Brother about
Oh
you.
yeah, this was so good.
Chad goes, did you say how gorgeous and muscular I am? I didn't say that. I did say some things about you. Was it good? Not really. I said you're kind of offensive, but it's entertaining. You got anything else from that?
Yeah, she said, I told them you're kind of a tool and you're not that smart, but I'm not sure if it's an act. And he just looked crestfallen.
That is a definition of telling it to your
Yeah,
face.
it
Well
is.
done, Brandy.
I like that.
She's so funny. Like
I liked her then. Oh, she has gone a little bit down on my list. But...
what she was saying, she thought people were like part of the show, like being friendly just because it was a task.
Yeah,
or something.
she's being a bit of a shit stirrer. Mind you, I don't mind it. Carry on.
So next up, there was a task, and it was Big Brother's champagne bar. So every series of Celebrity Big Brother, and even normal Big Brother, starts off with this task where you have to match people to the fact about them, right?
Ah, yeah.
So it's like headlines or whatever. they were all dressed in these like posh evening gowns and tuxedos.
Yeah.
Do you think that was provided, or was
I
that their own
don't know.
clothes?
I think it was provided.
Me
don't
too,
you?
because like, can you imagine if someone brought in their best tux and then Big
Yeah.
Brother chucked a lot of shit over it? They'd go mad.
Are the cat's ears provided, or are they brought from home?
They were actually probably a help to Brandy because they fell down,
Mm.
and therefore the guns would have like gone over the cat's ears and avoiding her eyes. Maybe.
I did notice that. Yeah.
Actually, did they have any like protective eyewear? They didn't, did they?
No, just cat's ears. Standard issue.
Everyone in Big Brother around the world is wearing fucking cat ears right now.
The rose ones, though, they're the worst.
What about the rose ones that are fucking stars and stripes as well?
Oh,
one half is
God.
blue and one half is red and white.
Oh God, I don't think I've seen those ones.
Jessica had those ones. They're gross.
Oh, Jesus Christ. God bless
Neda is to
America.
blame for this. It started in Canada.
Cat livers.
So, do you remember any of these facts that came up?
No, but I remember Paul saying Brandy doesn't whore herself out.
Yeah. But then she kind of goes, you need to be careful because
Yeah.
you don't know circumstances.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, do you? She's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't.
And then she went, I'm sorry, but I don't like the word whore. I like that. And then Trisha said, I don't mind having sex for money because I have it for free. Fair point. Depends who you have
Oh
it
yeah,
with,
so
I
she got
guess.
$70,000 apparently for a night with an NBA player.
Mm,
That's basketball, isn't it?
fun, nice. Do you get gunked if you did do the thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Seems
that was
a bit-
good gunk, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's good
it
guns.
was.
You're supposed to be champagne, but
Phew,
it's quite
fucking-
thick for
I don't want to
champagne.
drink that champagne.
Also, I thought that like that wall they'd set up with a big eye on it and the tubes, it all looked pretty cool. That task. It was in the other house I noticed.
Yeah, it
in the
wasn't
garden
bad.
next door.
It wasn't bad.
It came out that Brandy had slashed her husband's tires. Apparently, ex-husband's tires.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like he deserved it.
Then I wondered why was Paul doing the reading and
Paul-
the gunging?
Paul's
he got to press the
hosting.
button.
Paul's hosting of that task is so objectionable.
I
I think Paul Denan's my favourite person in the house.
such an arsehole though.
I know. I think he's brilliant.
Do you think he's running the house?
If he goes, the show's over. He is just like, and also on a
It's already over because Trisha's gone.
Oh, fuck Trisha. She burnt her bridges with me. But Paul, he's just brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Paul for president. It's just having just a drunk person wandering around the house pretending they don't
But he's
drink.
supposed to be sober. It's very confusing. Oh yeah, so I watched Kwame's video and he was asking about he didn't know who on earth Harry Enfield was. Do you remember someone had two-timed Harry Enfield, which is Helen, the most boring fact ever.
Oh God.
Harry Enfield is an old comedian.
Kwame is one of our listeners who does YouTube videos.
Yeah, you should go watch him at Kwame Bryce. So the 1,500 women thing came up again, and then it was questioned because 2 years ago, during X on the Beach, Jordan told Gemma that he slept with 600 women. So in 2 years, how many women has he slept with?
Get you
It's like
calculator.
it's like GCSE maths question.
Well, it was 1.3 girls a day apparently.
If you calculated that, was that our last?
They said it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Who
How
worked
do
that
you
out?
sleep
Raph?
with 1.3 girls a day? Don't make sense. I want to sleep with that 0.3 of a girl. Which bit is it?
Someone had 12 cosmetic procedures that came up, and it was Brandy. Do you remember Kartik's response to this?
No.
Brandy's had her boobs done? Really? How small were they before?
That's rude.
He's known her for 3 days, and he's saying that out loud.
Rude.
That was
well, we
brilliant.
know he's rude and he don't like brandy.
Derek was invited to the scene of the death of O.J. Simpson. Remember?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why? To try and solve it?
I think it's been solved.
Kwame was really confused about why this was a big thing.
What? Which?
Like how seriously he was telling the story and how he felt like honoured to go there.
Oh,
but
just
like
'cause
the O.J.
Derek's-
Simpson thing is like a bit of a. We're quite into it, aren't we? I think as a nation,
Just forget. Oh, I don't know. It's tawdry.
we were at that
It's
time.
tawdry.
Yeah, let's go on to the
It was
next thing, 'cause the rest of
someone
that's
is
boring.
no. Hold on. Someone is Naomi Campbell's cousin.
Oh yeah, who could that be?
Racist. Oh yeah, it's the only black person. How? I didn't know she was Naomi Campbell's cousin though.
Neither did I.
But do you remember Naomi Campbell did Celebrity Gogglebox as well?
Oh, did she?
Mm.
I've never seen Celebrity Gogglebox.
It had Kate Moss, Naomi Campbell, and Noel Gallagher watching and stuff.
That's big celebrity.
I know, it's good.
Probably because of Sandy
It's
then.
for charity,
Might have
I
got her
think.
involved.
Yeah, but
As if stand up to cancer.
something like that. But do you really think Sandy speaks to Naomi Campbell? Because I don't. She was like, oh yeah, my mum and her mum are sisters. So it's just like sounded. It was like when Paul Denan said, yeah, my girlfriend's the mother of my child. It was like that. You know, there was no love lost.
Well, we've certainly never seen her go round to watch telly with Sandy on Gogglebox, have
No.
we?
Oh, I like the story about Paul Denan going, make some motherfucking noise when he turned
At a
on the...
panto.
I thought that was quite funny.
Oh, was it turn on the Christmas lights?
Yeah,
And
but-
the mayor was like,
yeah, he was
who is
gonna...
that?
He's like...
Jack in the panto. Was it
Yeah,
Jack
in the Beanstalk. And he went, not anymore. That was a good story. I like the way he told it as well. It was good.
For American listeners, we need to just describe what a panto is because they
Okay.
don't know. So, I heard actually,
Sorry.
I heard Sarah Harding say on Eviction Night the other day, it's all panto. And that is what Davina used to say to every housemate that walked out of the house. When they come down to the stage and they greet Davina, she would say in their ear, it's all panto, don't worry about it. Panto, short for pantomime, is a play that you might see Christopher Biggins in. And it's like tends to be like fairy tale stories, right? And
Kids go and watch it at Christmas.
the staple of it is that someone's in drag, aren't they? There's always a drag person.
This is not explaining it at all. It's just a really
It's a
weird
stupid play aimed at families and children where someone's always in drag. And usually they have minor celebrities in them as well.
thing. And it's,
Hence, Paul Denan being in panto.
and they go, he's behind you.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen one?
No, I wouldn't dream of
I think
it.
I got taken to one once when I was small, but I can't remember it.
No, fuck that.
And there was once a special series of Big Brother called Big Brother Panto. That was good. Did you watch that? Come on, all the ex-housemates from like Channel 4 era,
Yeah.
and Jade Goody was in it, went and did a panto, and they lived in the Big Brother lodge. Do you remember this?
No.
And how then they came in the lodge. But to get into the lodge, they like came down the chimney in a sledge.
This is just a dream that you had, guys. This didn't happen.
Right, I can't believe you didn't watch Big Brother Panto. Jade was Cinderella. Kitten was like Prince Charming. I think Victor was in it.
Fuck off.
Melanie Hill from Big Brother 1 was in it. Marco was in it.
If anyone knows what Gaz is talking about, tweet Alfie. Is Gaz talking shit here? That never
It
happened,
has
did
the
it?
best version of the Big Brother theme tune ever. It's a Christmas version. It's got sleigh bells in it. It's so good. And like a choir. It's so
I've heard
good.
enough of sleigh bells for one
Yeah.
Big Brother series.
Right, so...
Is that real? Or are you making that up?
Of course it's real. Do you think I can go into that much detail? The diary room was inside a wardrobe. And it had little penguins going around on the back. You would like it.
That
You should
sounds
watch
good,
it.
Yeah. I probably did. I probably just forgot.
Basically, they broadcast that pantomime performance live on E4.
Wow.
That's what it culminated in.
Wow. Those were
Yeah.
the days.
Those were the good old days. So, what was the consequence of this task? Was it a shopping task? It must have been, right? And they passed it by all getting gunged.
I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to find out where I am. I don't know.
But there was a problem in this task, right? Was this the one where Jordan and Sam wouldn't obey Big Brother, who were telling them to remain silent? And Trisha turns around on the bench and goes, "Remain silent. It's not that hard." and then they're like riling her up. But I think Brandy kind of like told Trisha like,
Yeah, she said, "Be
calm
quiet,"
down, mate,
yeah.
or whatever. And then it turned out to be an argument between Trisha and Brandy out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah.
That all confused me a little bit.
That did happen. And then in the kitchen, Chad said to Kartik,
If he's ever,
"Oh, why don't you shave your monobrow?" And Kartik's like, "Oh, I don't want to, that's why."
I don't do piercings and tattoos and bodywork. I do shave. I get my hair cut and I shave my armpits.
Hold on, are you allowed to do that accent?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because I'm not racist.
Okay. And then let us know if that is the case, although it doesn't matter anymore because Kartik's gone. And then Chad went, "Well, if you did shave it, it would make you more aerodynamic and able to swim faster." I think Chad just don't want to look at it, does he?
So Sam said that there's tension between him and Trisha, but he was also perving it over Brandy. She said it can never happen, but he said it can never happen, but a son can dream.
Ew.
Trisha still still had shit in her hair, apparently, telling Paul that she hates the house because everyone was in her face for telling Jam to shut up. Jam, I hate that I'm calling them Jam, but it's easier to type than Sam and Jordan. And then I thought, she talks so fast, I can't know what she's saying, but it's all fucking gold. Do you get anything from what she was saying?
Paul said, I'm upset because you're upset, to her.
So sincere.
Yeah. If Paul Jananas counts, then you're fucked.
Has he had his tablet yet or not?
Look, it's just ibuprofen.
So there was a hot tub chat about Jordan's conquests, and Chad has done the math, apparently. This is it. He's been having sex for almost 6 months of his entire life. If that's the case, he's invested 3 hours in each girl.
That's generous. More like 3 seconds. And Gemma said, whatever a boy says, divide it by 3. And whatever a girl says, times it by 3. I think that's probably quite accurate.
Really? The girls just underplay it?
Yeah. And
Well,
boys...
Depends who you're asking, doesn't it?
Every guy you speak to, they're like, oh, yeah.
It's bullshit.
Look at
like
Kieran.
That
Exactly.
was utter crap.
Exactly. Or every guy is always like, oh, I've slept with 50 women or whatever.
What was Kieran? 3,500?
No, Kieran's was 350.
I think it was...
Jordan's was
more.
1,500. It's all bullshit anyway.
Derek said, I've had 5 experiences in my life. What? What about Mary Loves Dick?
And he said he courted them.
Oh, he's such an old... what's the word? An old soul.
What do you think about my opinion that I said on Twitter the other day?
What was that opinion?
That there's too many old people in the house.
Too many old people?
Yeah.
What, 2?
What?
What?
No.
Sarah Harding included in that?
No. Barry, Kartik... Oh,
Karthik's not old.
Oh, whatever, he seems it. Helen,
Helen and Derek, yes.
and there's another one. But they're
Chad.
all talking, yeah.
30 years
But
old.
they're always talking about boring old people stuff, and it's boring.
Well, I saw someone complaining that Big Brother isn't giving Helen Lederer any coverage, and I noticed that she's not even really getting YouTube clips, probably because there's nothing of note,
She's
is it?
boring. Not that don't get me wrong.
I like that there's older people usually instead of Big Brother, but they're not the right older people.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not ageist. Like Karen in Big Brother Canada, Old Man Jerry who fell in the pool.
Kevin in BB19.
Shout out to John. Yeah, you need an old person who's like a character. Right? I don't want Barry just going on about, oh yeah, on this day in 1800, blah blah blah. Shut up. Do you know what I mean? I feel like they're, I don't know, just fuddy-duddies.
But I still am like not over the excitement of Barry going into the house. That was such a it was so worth it just for like the excitement of him actually going in.
Okay.
I don't know how far he can go. He probably won't
I
get
think
nominated, so
I think he'll go quite far.
but he's better than James C. Like James C. just sat on a bench and smoked the whole
Barry,
time. So
I like Barry.
where are we up to now then? So Trisha was crying in the forest suite to Paul. Is this when he said I don't?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then he said to the boys, "Just make up with her, please."
Oh yeah,
and then
he did.
she went, "You don't have to be immature assholes." And they apologised to her, but it was like really insincere. Do you remember? They were like,
coming in like,
sorry.
Paul said, no one wants to be upset in this house. It's all about people being cool, yeah? He's speaking from his reality TV experience, clearly. Enough's enough. It's all about making people feel good about themselves, he says. Really?
Wow.
Didn't he have some sort of running with Sarah later on in the week?
Every single night. And Trisha said, I have a really good life outside. Damn right, I watched a video of her eating chicken on YouTube. That seems good to me.
Is it called a mukbang or something?
What's that?
It's like one of her things where, I don't know if it's her thing or not, or if it's just a known thing where, I think it's where she orders food and eats it on YouTube.
Can't we do that?
Yeah.
Is it?
How does she make money out of that, though? That's what I want to know. She says she would have made more money doing YouTube videos than she would have got for being paid to be in the house.
It's from the advertising. The more views you get, the more money you get.
I've been watching her videos. I ain't seen any adverts. Oh, it's because I've got ad block on.
Foiled. Fuck you, Trisha. But is it... Oh, no, it's tricky. But is it... Sorry, it's Fifth Element's on in the background. Oh, what was I going to say?
Trisha, mukbang.
Is it a sexual thing, eating food on YouTube?
Like women eating on the tube,
Yeah.
that thing where people are taking photos. Well, I'm sure people can get off over anything given
Yeah.
the right, perversion. So
That's
maybe.
true.
But I don't think that's why she's doing it.
I'm not sure. Oh, then she had her diary room washcloth tantrum.
I've got her saying, "You kept mocking me. I don't care for you guys. It's better to just be separate."
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't really make up because she rejected it. She said it's better to be separate.
Yeah, then she went to the diary room. She went, I've been really boring all day. And she went, you guys don't even have a washcloth. She wants a flannel, basically. She needs a flannel. Who washes with a flannel?
I can't live without flannel.
Do you wash with a flannel?
No, but I have to wash my face with it every night. Really hot water. I like scrub my face with a really hot flannel.
Really?
Yeah. And why?
Yeah.
Because it feels really nice.
Okay.
And then, even though I've got this blackhead that I can't get rid of on my nose, it's really annoying me.
Right.
And
Behind the scenes.
and every time I get out of the shower, I like dry myself with a flannel.
Do you? With a flannel? Why?
Yeah, because I like it. It's
What
like takes the water off before I start to use the towel, and it's a bit of exfoliation or something. Not that I care about exfoliation, but I just like to dry myself before I use the towel.
That must take a while with a flannel.
No, you just slide it up you, and then wring it out, and then do the other side.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Basically, I was like, I feel Trisha's pain because I literally
What?
can't live without flannel.
Really? I
Yeah.
haven't even seen a flannel since about 1985. You can use a puff.
A body scrubber
Not
thing.
a puff. A poof.
That's something you use in the living room to put your feet up on.
No, but isn't it... Oh, is it a puff?
It's that thing that's made out of a net, like old orange net that you scrub yourself with, right? I use
Yeah.
that to shower.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever use a flannel to wash
Right.
in the bath because it's too soggy and heavy.
Yeah.
It doesn't really
That's what
work.
I thought.
But she wanted to scrub her butt with it, she said.
Ew, imagine it afterwards.
Depends where you're putting it.
Sitting on the side of the bath.
Hang on, this diary room was quite the rant.
Go on.
Like, logistically, if I left now, I don't know if this is me writing it wrong. I've thought she said, do I get no money, or do I at least get 2 days paid? And then she said about how she's arrived earlier than the show started, so could you get 5 days pay? Those boys are fucking assholes. They're fucking immature. You can't change that. I don't need to be around that. She said, I feel like I've been boring all day on purpose just to stay out of people's way. I feel like it's such a high school mentality in here, and I really don't like it. Then it cut to Paul outside saying she don't like them. She's taken a disliking to them. I think it's something else. She's missed fucking social media, and I did think she's just missing that validation from her YouTube
Well,
people.
we know that from when she left.
It's proven.
She just wants likes.
And then she goes, I just want a washcloth. I can't even scrub my butt because I don't have a washcloth. So Kartik next came to the diary room and said, younger housemates perhaps look at me as someone who's fun and jovial. I bring the energy to the party.
Okay.
And then Chad was talking about Kartik outside. Oh, shit, my nose just jumped up. He thinks he's hilarious, and then Kartik's like, I think what makes me funny is... What's he saying makes him funny? He thinks he's really funny.
This is rapping.
And then I've written, what the fuck has Paul Danan come as tonight? He looks like an 80s PE teacher.
Paul Danan's clothes are amazing.
His hair changes day to day as well.
I do think he's in disguise. I think he's on the run. Don't you? He's hiding in plain sight on CBB. No one watches it anymore anyway. Gemma also, her clothes.
She's rancid, isn't she?
I mean, Amelia's clothes are disgusting too, but
she dresses like a mum.
she does actually. At least her storyline is finished now, so we don't have to see her anymore.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, with Amelia.
What do you mean her storyline is finished?
With Chad.
Well, now it's got the Sam storyline.
That
Same
ain't
thing.
a storyline.
This is the Chad and Amelia storyline right now. He said, whatever happens to Chad and Amelia. Who said this? Whatever happens between you two, I think it's magic and beautiful. Is that Paul saying that to them?
Paul said about Chad, if he likes someone, he sticks with them. And Chad looks at him
How do you know? Mate?
Yeah. And then Amelia said, my mum would think you're an attractive man. Why would you say that? That's odd.
He did say, how do you guys know shit? And Paul said, I just feel it. Like he's some sort of medium and thinks Chad's got a lovely aura.
Soothsayer.
Anything more?
No. Not interested in that storyline.
What about, you'll be interested in this, what about Jam painting each other's nails?
They've had painted nails for a few days now.
So they were talking about clearing the air with Trisha.
And they sleep in a bed together.
It's like Bert and Ernie.
Gay.
So Sam said, what's more sad is that she's actually content not speaking to us ever. Well, can you really believe that, Sam? Like, I think I would be too. Jordan says she's a YouTuber. She's used to sticking behind a keyboard. And he thinks that they are a threat to Trisha. He sees themselves, that she thinks they're a threat.
Well, they were.
What, for jumping up and celebrating when
left.
two people were going?
Yeah.
Chad was asking Brandy. Brandy was bringing some more truth. I haven't been a dick, have I? Brandy, yeah. You come off dumb as fuck. Over-sexualised. Everything's a sausage. I'm the same. I have a big dick. It's just hidden. You come off as a male chauvinist piggy.
Piggy, did she say?
I know. You come off male chauvinist piggy, like piggish. You're saying on camera I'll look like an asshole, Chad says. And Brandy's like, yeah. She deserves it, doesn't she?
She's good. I've put Sarah is in her dog fleece again.
Isn't that her dressing gown?
Disgusting.
Sarah wears some disgusting clothes.
She's giving off a Joe O'Meara vibe in that dressing gown.
Yeah, that's true. It's not a good look.
Not good.
Kartik said to Sarah, was she wearing the dressing gown at the time?
Yeah.
You need to go and get pretty and come outside.
She went, no, I don't want to put my orange lipstick on again.
Oh, did you say that to me in the past?
What?
About putting your orange lipstick on again?
Oh, yeah, I like orange lipstick. Hold on. Say what he said again.
You need to go and get pretty and come outside.
Fuck off. Who the fuck are you to tell someone what to fucking wear? What the fuck? If I was, I would have fucking slapped him.
He's just trying to give her some career advice, isn't he?
Fucking rude cunt telling someone to...
Heart's in the right place.
I'm like, why don't you go make yourself look pretty, bitch? Shave off your fucking monobrow, you freak. Go fuck
if I
yourself.
do, then I'd be the same as everybody else.
How dare he say go and make yourself look pretty? She did look like pissed off when he said that. And now I've had to raise my voice, and now that could be the end of the podcast.
Yeah. No,
disgusting.
Marcus said,
chauvinist pig.
Karthik is full of advice tonight. Now, I wasn't sure what the next bit of advice he gave was, but he said, why don't you stick around with people, anyone you like? He's talking to Trisha. Trisha goes, I don't like anyone. I can't get on with anyone in my life.
She said, why is everyone in here such fucking cunts and assholes?
Did she?
Yeah.
She said, I don't need the money. I came here for the experience. And I've written, Luke Kempner will not be able to cope with this.
Well,
has he been on yet? He hasn't, has he?
No. You cunt.
You've been jammed. Remember this?
No.
Brandy and Gemma were trying to sleep, and Jam thought it would be hilarious to chuck water over them. That is not acceptable, is it?
I would go fucking...
Imagine that's your pillow,
when
your
you're
mattress.
Asleep, imagine if you're just when you're just drifting off to sleep. That's like the nicest feeling. And you get that.
That is arsehole behaviour.
I would have fucking killed those motherfuckers.
I think Big Brother should have stepped in about that.
I do too.
And then...
Did you notice though, Brandy? She was asleep in her bra and a thong. Her body looked so good. And
Really?
also, you're a man, so you don't understand, but sleeping in a bra is extremely uncomfortable. And sleeping in a thong is quite uncomfortable as well. And she was
she did it
asleep
for TV,
in like in sexy underwear. And I was like, oh. Because I'd just be there in like small granny
90 or something.
Yeah, looking like Sarah Harding. But I was quite impressed with how she looked.
Sarah Harding on a good day.
Yeah, how she looked under... Hey, is that insult? I was impressed with how she looked under this.
No, I'm saying like what you'd wear in bed would be what Sarah Harding would wear on a normal day. On a normal day.
On a fiction
Some
night.
like baggy t-shirt with musical notes all over it. That is gross.
But
Brandy was like, did we fuck with your sleep? And then she was like, it's fucking wet. I like my fucking pussy, which used to fucking happen with you two, but now it's done.
And I've written, oh my god, Queen.
Queen!
That doesn't sound like something I would write.
Now Gemma gets out of bed and she goes into the kitchen, but do you see what she put in that glass?
No.
Cooking oil.
Did she?
Yeah, she chucked cooking oil over her bed. And I was like, it's fucking day 3. Those beds are nice. That headboard's now covered in cooking oil. If I was Big Brother, I'd be fucking mad at her.
That's good though. It's better than water. Are you sure it was cooking oil? Because he just said to her, "Oh, you just did the same thing as us."
No, at first it was cooking oil, but she tried to chuck it at their heads and it went over the headboard. It didn't actually hit them. So then she just got like a glass of water that was on the side. And Brandy says, "If you come over here again tonight, you guys are going to be my first 2 nominations."
Oh.
And then Sam said, "You're not my nomination."
Nom's talk.
Preach!
Nom's talk.
So the consequences of that were felt the next day.
No more hot water.
Hang on a minute, what day was that again?
I don't know.
Day 3.
When it's the eviction day, I need to know. Cause
We're on Saturday, so it's not yet. We're
Okay.
3 days off the eviction.
Okay, cool.
So Sarah can't sleep in that house, apparently. Have you noticed that? She's been complaining that she's not getting any sleep, basically.
Because she ain't got no weed in her to smoke. Innit?
Well, that made me hiccup. Weed? I don't think she's using weed.
Not much.
The housemates were then gathered for this punishment. Now, I noted that it was good that they were using the voice of Big Brother to say what had been said, rather than using a flashback. I like that. And
Did you also notice how absolutely rough everyone looked first thing in the morning?
well,
Honestly.
Sarah can't sleep, but she looked like...
Seriously, you know some
Terrible.
people just like look the same day, night,
Do you
whatever.
look good in the morning?
Not that I look good, but I just look the same. Like if
always look
like if
slightly
I-
run down.
Yeah, fuck you. No, but if I wear makeup, obviously I look a bit better. But you know, it's like girls who, when they wear makeup, they look completely different to when they've got no makeup on,
Yeah.
and it's like, what the fuck? Some people look really different when they wake up in the morning. I think I always pretty much look the same, but I could be wrong. But these people look fucking terrible, awful, like puffy face. It's like
I look like shit in the morning. So
pillow
I...
face. Oh, not good. You need to get your flannel out, do you? Exfoliating.
Scrub it a bit harder. Get this blackhead out. So yeah, Big Brother during that like read back of what people had said was having to say the word fucking, which was quite funny. I can't remember who had said that. Who was the one that had been effing and blinding when there were nominations chatting?
Brandy, probably.
So it was Sam and Jordan that had been talking about nominations, and Brandy. So the consequence was they had that luxury food that they'd won in that champagne task taken away, and they were put on basic rations. It wasn't even hot water. That's good. That's like proper Big Brother. It's put on basic rations. Paul was concerned about this. Do you know why?
Was he not going to get his meds on time?
No, because they haven't even started that smoked salmon yet.
Quick, eat it now. Quick, shovel it down.
And Trisha says, "You heard what they said. Let's keep her around so we can fuck around with her." That was it.
Oh.
Jam had been saying about keeping Trisha to mess around with her, and she took a dislike to that.
I think they were bullying her a little bit.
I think so.
Or at least picking on her.
Yeah.
Bullying is obviously a
Very strong word in the Big Brother house.
Hold on. Have you noticed Amelia has got a dressing gown that's very similar to Sarah's one?
I thought she was wearing Sarah's dressing gown the other day.
it's a different...
Has it got dogs on it?
It's got butterflies on it, but it looks the same as Sarah's one.
Both out of the very .co.uk dressing gown
Hey,
range.
I wear Very stuff. Absolutely disgusting. I've got my nice new laptop from Very, so think on.
What don't you get on Very?
It's true. Without Very, this house would just be...
Not very.
it would be just a prison cell.
Anything else about Amelia's attire? Or
Just that every single thing she wears needs burning.
Amelia goes, "All I said was Chad is a handsome man. It's getting me into bother." And then Brandy said, "People are thinking that she's into you and she's really not." To Chad. And Chad goes, "Oh, thank you." Brandy's like got the knives out for Chad. It's quite funny actually.
But she didn't nominate him.
Didn't she?
No.
Why have I written a squatting section?
Oh,
Exercise.
squatty potty.
Who was doing anything about squatty potty or squatting?
No.
Sam was trying to clear the air, I think, with Trisha.
Yeah.
I thought the banter we were having was jovial and not too bad.
Trisha said, once a bully, always a bully.
I'd just rather you guys not talk to me. I don't like you. You don't like me, so let's not talk to each other. I don't like you because you're fucking immature. Yeah, once you're a bully, you're always a bully. And Sam said, "Don't use those words."
Oh, it's a very strong word.
Is concerned about coming out of Big Brother looking like a bully.
Mm.
And I've put they have been bullying her though, so I obviously felt that they were bullying her at that point.
Hold on. I've got Chad. I enjoyed arse in school.
Arse?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I got that coming up.
Okay.
First
good.
off, it's a thing about those chairs you like, those metal chairs. You notice what Chad was using them for?
Weightlifting.
Yeah, he was like, using them
Jungle cats.
to like balance on them, to
Yeah.
push himself up and down on them. So
Was
they're
he doing it with the
they might-
suitcases as well? Like,
yeah. So you and Rylan might think they're uncomfortable, but they're also multifunctional gym equipment.
But I noticed someone had put a cushion on them the other day. So there.
Trisha was in the diary room dressed as Elvis. She's dressed as Elvis. Remember? She had those
No.
big aviators on and a sort of Elvis tribute act costume
Okay.
on. She
Like
said,
Emma the other night.
was Emma dressed like Elvis?
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah, like not last time, but the time before.
Can't remember. You have to run me through that later. Trisha said, I'd rather sit in my bed staring at a wall. That's more entertaining than talking to those people. So, yeah, this is a bit where Chad said he enjoyed art.
Oh,
No,
art.
Amelia said she enjoyed art at school, and Chad went, ass?
Oh.
Literally, he can make anything sexual, that man, can't he? What was it about sausages that Brandy said? Everything's a sausage. And then Amelia was invited to LA so that Chad can show her how it's done. He was trying quite hard on Amelia at this point.
Yeah.
Next up, there was a task that was a nominations twist. Remember this?
Oh, so it was like a nightclub. What were they called? The nightclub people? The
Private
VIPs.
members. Private members club. They got exquisite food and drink.
Sushi they seem to get.
They were being waited on 24/7. But the best perk of all was immunity from eviction. Now, did you think there was a problem that they were like messing with nominations, or were you okay with it?
No, I was a bit annoyed because it's a bit unfair for like Marissa to go out first week for more reasons than one. One, just because only Barry nominated her, but like I want to see the least popular person in the house go in the first week, ideally.
Right, and Marissa wasn't.
No.
And also, whoever had won membership might not have, like the most unpopular person might have won membership. That's what
Yeah.
you're saying, and been safe.
Well, Paul Dinan won membership, so
He was like leading that thing.
which is weird.
Like, I wasn't really bothered. People were complaining about this being a nominations mess up, but I was kind of okay with it. They're semi-messing with nominations, but not in a
It's not that
big
bad.
enough way to piss me off at the
it's
moment.
Bearable.
So the people that didn't get membership were had riffraff status.
Yeah.
And why did I say Marissa has to choose a housemate?
Marissa had to stop someone getting immunity, and she chose Barry.
She goes one for one, starting with a clean slate before I start attacking someone else.
Yeah. They all had to pick. Everyone who got picked had to pick someone else to get
That's
immunity.
a player pick.
Yeah.
For the private member club. So Sean picked Trisha.
That's Barry for those who.
Trisha picked Sam. She says he has a very bougie lifestyle already. And she mentioned his bill for $24,000. I thought that was Dexter Coe. That must have came out in that champagne task, but I don't think we saw it.
No.
Then Sam picked... Got it?
Qatar.
Qatar or Qatar?
Yeah.
Qatar.
Racist.
Carter picked Brandy. Brandy picked Chad. You sit on the outside. It's not personal. Was this to become riffraff or? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And so Brandy was going at Chad a little bit there. Chad picked Sandy. I like everyone. I haven't taken the time to talk to you. That's not a good enough reason.
But she does cook food every night.
Yeah, Brandy was like, she cooks food for you every night. I thought that was out of order. And then Sandy picked Jordan because that's her son and she can't be without him. Okay. And then Jordan picked Amelia. Amelia picked Gemma because I feel like I don't know what to say. Because I feel like I don't know what to say. Gemma's the youngest one, she said. The older ones should be members. She was trying to do a favour to the older people that were left at this point.
Oh. Why should they be members?
Oh, because, you know, they can't cope on... What? What do they not get? Basic rations or whatever.
Can't cope with that sushi.
Yeah.
Did you notice Carter was wearing a tie with an alien on it?
No?
It looked horrible.
Was it that alien from Big Brother Israel?
The alien has arrived.
Hang on, wait, before you pause that. Last bit, Gemma picked... Who did she pick? Gemma picked, I don't know.
Sarah.
Oh yeah, she said, I wouldn't have picked this person if I didn't have to pick out of you four. I thought that's quite a strong gameplay to say like, it's only because it's out of these four.
Yeah.
But she picked Sarah, who is actually her sworn enemy, so
Yeah.
that's probably utter bullshit.
Did you notice Sarah was wearing trousers that look like she had poo dust? Did you?
Maybe she had.
They're like, like, is it harem pants or harem pants? or
Harem
whatever?
pants.
That look like she
Genie
shat
pants.
herself.
So basically the result of that is Paul, Derek and Helen all became private members. Did you notice there was a shopping trolley and rubbish on the street?
But I wasn't sure why.
It's outside on the street with the riffraff.
Oh, the riffraff.
And then I was wondering where Boreham Wood had got that. They'd found that good sushi in Boreham Wood.
Boreham Wood's weird, isn't it? It's like a little... Lots
Funny
of
little
good
town,
charity
isn't it?
shops there, though.
Tons of charity shops.
I want to go
you
look
need to
at
get
this.
down there.
I want to go look at that. I got something nice in the charity shop the other day. We're going to go and watch tonight's episode now, and then when we come back, I'll probably be speaking even less. Sorry, guys. Sorry, having to take the strain tonight.
That's all right. I'll take one for the
Let's
BB on
face
Blast
it,
team.
I normally have to do all the hard work. So.
Oh, yeah.
Vaccine.
So we're back from watching that episode, and we're continuing day 4. Marissa and Gemma were talking about who they would want to kiss in the house, and Trisha initially picked Sean, but when pressured to pick only people in the room, she chose Sam, but calls him an arsehole, though.
And she said she'd kiss Barry because he holds the door open for her.
No, she'd marry Sean
Okay.
because of that.
Mm.
She said, like, she always goes for an arsehole.
Mm-hmm.
But Sean is like a nice guy, and that's actually like the kind of guy that she does like. Is that when she said, I've dated nice guys, I've dated ugly guys, I've dated this guy, that guy? Like, she's dated every kind of guy, but it doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
But she thinks Sean is like the one to aim for.
I'll tell you why it doesn't work out, because I think she's a lesbian.
Well, you sent me that video that she's put up on YouTube, but it's been deleted, called... What was it called?
Being gay is a choice.
Being gay is a choice. Because she thinks that she can choose to be gay or not, isn't it?
It's those old bisexuals again, I'm afraid. It is, though. Some people... let's not get into it, but yeah, I think she's a lesbian and she doesn't want to admit it, basically. That's my theory on it, but...
Didn't she say in that video she didn't believe in bisexuality?
Yeah.
Which is bullshit.
That's something a lot of gay people say as well.
She did say that? Yeah, she said gay people say that.
Yeah. No, but gay people do say that.
What?
Because a lot of gay guys...
Well, gay people say that there's no such thing as bisexuality.
I'm telling you about it.
Hang on, you're saying that gay guys say there's no such thing as bisexuality?
Because, this is my opinion, because some gay guys come out as bisexual first before they finally admit they're gay.
Yeah.
They think, a lot of gay guys think that's what all bisexuals are.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you agree with that?
Probably in a lot of cases, but I don't think in every case.
No, but some
I think
gay
people
guys
use
think
it as a
that.
get out clause, but I think that there's potential for people to go both ways, because some people just want to fuck anything.
But look at, like, Will Young, he pretended to be bisexual, didn't he? Tom Daley did.
Hang on, Will Young just, like, came out as gay just after he'd won Pop Idol.
Maybe I'm getting abused then. Anyway, the fact is...
Tom Daley did?
The fact is, yeah.
I thought he just denied being... I thought he was just straight until he was suddenly gay.
No, he said he was bisexual as well. And Duncan from Blue did.
Yeah, I was questioning that one the other day, because, like, I thought he was gay. Now, he is gay, isn't he?
Yeah. So, the fact is, some people are just bisexual. Some people just say they are when they're going through that phase.
But in this video, Trisha said she felt bisexuality wasn't a real thing.
Yeah.
But she said that...
She said being gay is a choice, because she said bad relationships with men turned her lesbian. That's not how...
The thing is, I think she's
works.
bisexual.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do, either bi or
because you can't
gay.
have sex with both unless you are. Like, she said, what did she talked about gay friends not being put off by her lady or disgusted by her lady parts and saying they would have sex still or something.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to go near lady parts.
No. Me either. Moving on. Chad said to Amelia, I'm 6'3" in shoes. He's got those shoes that Simon Cowell wears.
Was Was it in the narration where it said Chad is checking his muscles, or have I just written that? He was like measuring his arm with a tape measure. And Amelia's like, why are you measuring your arm? And he's like, to check if I'm eating enough or not.
He's got all that protein powder on his
By his
side
bed.
table.
That ghost better not touch it.
Makes me think of Luke S. Ding ding. And then Jordan said to Trisha, don't worry, we've got a few things in common. And she said, the only thing we've got in common is our STDs.
Oh, yeah. Sean said to Trisha before that, you are outwardly so resilient. And I said, this feels like that scene off Extras. But I watched that scene off Extras and Barry wasn't in it.
Oh, what was Barry not in Extras?
He was in Extras, but he wasn't in the Big Brother scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
False information. Oh, one thing as well that I need to correct from the last podcast. You know, I was going like...
Only one.
I was like, I'm surprised Amelia Lily's in there. She's got all these good songs, like that song about a ghost. It's not her.
Oh, that's... yeah, I thought that when you said Ella Henderson, isn't it?
Ella Henderson, yeah, it was her. I got them mixed up, and then someone corrected me, and someone was like, yeah, I did the same thing.
We get a lot of our... Sometimes I listen to a bit of our podcast back and...
Talking absolute shite.
I can hear us like struggling for certain words or just saying the wrong person's name. It's just like, it's a fucking shit show.
Everyone does that though.
Disaster. Yeah, they do actually.
Alfie didn't correct us, so I thought he would correct us on the Ella Henderson versus Amelia Lily facts.
Why? Why does he know about such things?
I don't know, I just thought he would.
Little know-it-all. Hi, Alfie.
And he likes to correct us when we're wrong. Right, STDs. Oh, yeah. Oh, Chad was in the diary room. What?
Just barely an episode goes by where we don't mention STDs.
And also, isn't it technically an STI?
Oh, well, we're older.
In America, it's still okay to say spaz.
Well, yeah, we got told that.
No, Trisha said STDs as well, so it's still okay in America. Okay. Well, who knows if it's okay, but that's what she's saying.
That's what she said.
Chad was in the diary room saying, the current state of affairs is things are going really well with her. Is that Amelia?
Amelia, yeah.
If you, edited together all of Chad's diary rooms at the end of this, it'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? Oh, it's going really well. It's not going so great. Oh, I'm going to focus on Sarah.
I noticed that Marissa was drinking a can of Strongbow.
She does like this. She turned to the cider.
Strongbow is strong. That's serious business.
It's not like White Lightning, though.
It's not far off.
Yeah, but
Strongbow is...
It's just standard issue supermarket cider, though, isn't it?
No. Strongbow is lethal.
It's what I used to drink at parties when I was 15 years old.
Strongbow is the good shit.
Do you like cider?
No, it's disgusting. But I do know some alcoholics who drink Strongbow.
It's because it's cheap. Jordan said to Marissa, I forgot about them having a showman's. I know what I want. Sat next to me, you know. Right. Is that him? As her?
Yeah.
Sat next to one another.
Fuck that. Irrelevant.
I was so glad when she got taken out, just because that was her only storyline.
Taken out.
Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, but I think she could have been good if not for that stupid storyline.
Well,
but she was the one pushing that storyline, so...
Still got your suit. Or is that just
nah,
automatic?
That's a private matter.
Brandy thinks that... We stop that.
Sorry, I'm ill! You fucking heartless bastard.
Brandy thinks Sam is jealous of Chad and Amelia. And she tells Amelia... You were just spilling beans. Randy said that to Amelia.
Flicking at being more.
So then she goes, are you actually jealous, Sam? Sam does not like me in that way. And he said, but we've got the best connection in here. And Amelia said, Brandy, you know everything. It's a boob off!
Oh, yeah. But what was with the camera angles during that boob off?
I asked this,
I didn't see fuck all.
when Denise Welch did a Loose Women in the hot tub, her boobs are fully on show. Do you think maybe, I don't know, in contracts it was like, you can only show our boobs from a distance?
What?
I don't know. Were they trying to be respectful, or did they just not have anyone trained on the boobs at that moment?
I've noticed a few bad camera angles so far this time.
In key scenes as well, and they haven't even attempted to try and even just show the back of someone's head.
No,
literally, people
crap.
are not on screen.
Crap.
I think they took a few cameras away. There's not enough cameras as there used to be. Like the living area definitely hasn't got enough cameras in it.
No, it's rubbish.
Because I didn't even notice many cameras when we were in there. Did you?
I know people ask me that, like, did you see the cameras? But they're all in the camera runs, aren't they?
Yeah, but the remote ones too, the
Oh.
hot heads.
I don't remember seeing. Oh, maybe I can't remember.
I just remember that one that was moving and looking at us.
in the garden.
I found out, by the way, Big Brother was using us during that time period to check their camera angles.
You
Should
fucking
have got your tits up.
bastards!
Maybe that scene would have been caught.
Oi! Rude.
So how big are Gemma's tits?
What?
Gemma's boobs, how big are they?
Oh, something. I don't know.
30 double G, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But Trisha, I think, is a 36 triple F.
Mm-hmm.
Is Trisha real? Is that all like natural?
That alphabeticalized categorization of boobs
Makes no sense to anyone.
It's just a made-up thing. None of that means anything.
What's yours?
What's my boobs
Yeah.
size?
Bigger or smaller than Gemma?
Smaller. Jesus, ain't that big. I'm telling you my fucking boob size on this podcast.
How are we going to have
This
a
is
boob off if
fucking
you're not going to tell me your boob size?
Pervert Central. Fuck that. That's for patrons only.
Got to pay for that bit. Right, so the tits came out. Do you remember Derek and Sean walking through the living area covering their
Oh
eyes?
yeah, that was funny. I've written Derek walks off prude. They're like,
out
they're
of
only,
respect. or
they're
something.
like, they're only young. They're just having fun.
Well, actually, what I did appreciate was like they could have like come down on them for doing that, like been really like, oh, this is disgusting behaviour, but they kind of
Off, you're in Big Brother.
no, but they didn't do that.
No, I know.
Which I thought was good. Like most, like imagine James C. if he'd been in there witnessing that, he'd have been like, "Oh, that's disgusting behaviour." He did say someone was acting disgusting, didn't he?
Colin Nolan, probably.
Yeah, Derek said, "I'm not against in any way their moment, having their moment."
This is my moment. Anyway, now we're on to the race rattle.
Are we?
Yes. Stop reading out all these irrelevant things from a week ago. No one cares. Right. Basically, Paul called Kartik. What did he call him? Qatar.
Qatar.
And
Qatar it was.
And
Yeah, this was the scene where neither of their faces were on screen. All you could see was
Yeah.
Paul's red trainers.
and Kartik goes, "Oh, I'm not a Middle Eastern airline."
Did he say that?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Are you being racist, Paul?" He
Yeah.
said that. Was that after he said, "I'm not a Middle Eastern airline"?
Yeah.
Qatar is also a country.
And it's also like what I've got at the moment, I think, where you got like phlegm at the back of your throat.
Yeah,
and
but it's spelt different, isn't it? But I thought it was a bit weird that the focus was on it being an airline.
Yeah, like the airline is irrelevant. It's really about a lack of respect, someone not being bothered to
Get your name
pronounce
right.
your name. And it's quite interesting how, like, on Twitter, people just think, oh, it's absolutely fine that someone's, like, not getting your name right. And it's like, well, they're coping all right with Amelia and whoever else's name.
Yeah,
no one else
exactly.
has got a particularly complicated name in there.
No,
But still,
I haven't. Chad.
you know, it's like, it's not about that. It's just showing a lack of respect. You've lived with someone for a few days, you can't bother to get their name right. Fuck you. It is racist.
Also, what I don't like is Karthik already has like he compromises to K.
Fuck that.
And I don't feel like he should have to
I don't either.
manage people not being able to get his name right and
I don't
sacrifice
either.
his entire name.
No.
It's like, you know, if I went to America and they know the name Garrett, but they don't know the name Gareth, and I'm like, oh, you can just call me G.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Stupid.
There's this guy at my work called Shagan, and but it's spelled S E.
Is that Irish?
No, it's like Somalian, I think. It's spelled SEGAN, but it's pronounced Shagan, and everyone calls him Segan, and he
Right.
doesn't correct them. And Mia Susan like, oh, it's obviously call him Shagan because that's his name. And Susan's the type of person who bothers to ask people how their names are pronounced.
Yeah.
And like even Shagan's own boss calls him Segan. And then when he came up to our office,
You should say something.
I know, when he came up to our office, we were like, Susan's like, I called him Shagan. I called you Shagan right in front of him, and he's still calling you Segan. And Shagan just like shook his head and he went, "Don't bother." Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he was just so worn down with people like getting his name wrong.
Well, yeah, I said
he couldn't
that.
be bothered to correct them anymore.
Kartik was here all the time.
Yeah, but it's like, you shouldn't get to that point where you're so weary. If someone was calling me, like, people call me Leslie quite a lot by accident. Fuck knows why. But I wouldn't just let them call me Leslie. Actually, sometimes I do. But if it was on and on and on, I wouldn't. If it was my boss, like, can you get my fucking name right, please? Do you know what I mean?
Lindsay and Leslie aren't really that close.
I get called Leslie at least once every few weeks.
Leslie isn't offensive.
On
name.
the email as well, people always call me Leslie. Fucking annoying.
Isn't your fucking email address Lindsay something at?
You'd be amazed how people just spell
Lindsay
my name
Dotson.
wrong, even though it's got my name spelt right in the email. Anyway, if you spell my name wrong on Twitter, being loud, don't worry about it, because I don't give a fuck. It's only if it's actually written there and then you get it wrong that it fucks me off. Because that's
it's not
lazy.
actually public on Twitter.
If you don't
anyway.
actually know, then that's fine. I don't give a fuck. Anyway,
So-
it is racist.
Yeah, I don't think it was like explicitly racist,
It's
but it was
low-level
implicit
racist.
racism.
Yeah.
I felt, and there was just like, I don't know, no attempt to sort of correct it either.
There's an undertone of racism there.
But I think at this point, there was a debate about whether or not Paul's being racist. But I think things came out later in the week which made it clear that he is pretty much being racist.
Yeah, here's something that came up that he was being racist when he goes, "Don't play the racist card." Anyone who uses the word...
Oh, it's in the same discussion,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
For starters, it's the race card, not the racist card, you thick fuck. And secondly, anyone who uses the phrase race card is just automatic racist. So there you go, you're racist. Well done, Paul.
So did Carter get called to the diary room, or did he go to talk to Big Brother in the diary room?
I'm not sure, you tell me.
I said that there was a diary room about him being called Qatar, but I don't know if that's where Big Brother said.
Did they tell Paul off for it? They did, didn't they, at one point?
He did get a talking to.
Mm.
But Big Brother brought up that it was an airline as well. Not that it was
All that free advertising.
not that it was a country. It's weird. So that episode ended with Chad saying that he liked Amelia. Funny how quickly things can change in the Big Brother house.
Ridiculous.
And Trisha was like, Trisha and Chad were quite close actually. She's like, well, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to have a relationship across the pond? You're going to move to England? Like, I love that you like I love that you like the non-slutty one of the house, but she's basically like, really? Like, it's not going to happen.
He had to move on to the slutty one after that. I like Chad
Did you
and...
get called a slag?
By who?
Gemma?
Oh, well, yeah, but...
Slut or something. Someone
get-
called someone a slut.
We'll get on to that. But I like Trisha and Chad's relationship, but there you go.
Something about her being in the bed and getting mad at Chad going out to smoke came out of... I found out something out of Trisha's videos.
Mm-hmm.
Where she'd been like... What's it called? She'd been like on strike in the bed, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That was a thing she was trying to do. And
yeah.
Chad was like supporting her through it.
I like John McCrick.
Yeah. And that's why she got a bit moody when he went out to smoke with Sarah, apparently.
Still.
Even so, it's a bit arsehole-ish, isn't it? Right, day 5.
Oh my god. We've got a whole fucking week to go. We need to speed this up.
So, remember this thing about breakfast having to be cooked by the riffraff for the
Yeah.
VIPs, and it was questioned about whether Kartik thought it was actually not in the rules that they had to do the food, it was just the drinks came up.
We paused on those rules and looked at them carefully.
Who,
You know,
you
the
and I?
The rules that were
On
the
the wall.
Yeah.
Did we?
Me and someone
I
did.
don't think it was me.
Get someone out.
Brandy said to Paul, I really quite like you, but I feel you're being abusive with your power.
Mm.
At least you can only do it with food and whatnot. Hang on, is this where they were having that task?
And Brandy said that Paul eats like a savage. He does, actually.
So I've seen you retweeted someone saying that he eats like a baby or something.
Yeah, in a high chair.
Helen goes, can I interject? Because there are 3 of us on the board. On the board, the VIPs. Basically, oh yeah, they were around the breakfast table, weren't they? And she was like, basically, be nice to us because they're the ones that decided who are going to become these members.
Sarah Harding was bragging that she's met the Queen and she's played Wembley Stadium and she's met Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, that was when she knew she was famous, apparently, right?
So then it was this task where there was stars in the sky and they had to catch them, and then they won whatever was in the star.
To get into the members club, wasn't it?
Don't go back over the shit. Move on from where the stars are.
See what I've missed.
I'm going to keep this
green tea
podcast moving.
Think about green tea.
What about green? Fuck green tea.
No, it's crap.
Let's talk about the important issues.
Relationship stuff.
For anything to do
Marissa,
Amelia, Lily and Chad, I don't want to hear it. Marissa and Jordan, I don't want to hear it. Irrelevant.
Do you remember that Marissa couldn't play in that task because she was already nominated? So she basically got to like sit and watch Big Brother inside the Big Brother house. I thought that was quite lucky. She just sat there and watched it on their screen.
Lucky her.
So when that task was going on, those club members were served an afternoon tea, weren't they? Mm-hmm. And then Sam's like, do you have cream there? And Derek's like, yes, yes, we do. All like drooling over this afternoon tea they're having. So basically, this bunch of VIPs decided who was going to get what in those stars, remember?
Yeah, that was it.
Some of them were like booby prizes and some of them were just nothing. So Amelia caught the star first, which was a romantic dinner for two, which she would only win if the second person caught the other star, which was the dinner for two. Do you want to know the rest of them?
Nope.
There was some outside contact as well going on. Do you remember?
Why?
Some massage therapist came in and started giving massages around.
No, I don't remember that.
It was annoying. Oh yeah, Sean won his membership, and then Paul said, we could never let you be riffraff out loud. And then Sam realised, like, hang on a minute, you decided this, and he was trying to like, brush it off.
That was it, yeah.
He did that on purpose, I think, didn't he? He wanted it to be known.
Yeah.
Did you notice that gradually, as that task went off, all of the men took their tops off?
Why?
Chad started with his top off already, and then like Sam and Jordan like joined him later on. But then I was like, it is really hot in there. Maybe that's why. We were hot in there.
We need to talk about Sam.
What about him?
I fucking hate him. He's disgusting. He's a little weasel. Every word that comes out of his mouth, I just want to slap his little cunt face. Honestly.
I don't find him disgusting, but
oh god, he's scum. It's jokes, mate. Oh, it's jokes. Oh, awesome. Fuck off! Ah! Can't scream.
I can't believe you feel so strongly about Sam. I find him like quite tedious, but I don't know. I haven't got the energy to hate him.
I'd like to smash his fucking head in with a saucepan.
Well, ship Josh in and maybe he'll do it for you. No, actually, Mark.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Basically, the biggest news out of that was that Chad won that date, right? But it came down between Sam. They did a bit of tension there. Big Brother came down between Sam and Chad, so they didn't know who was going to get the date. And then the last thing where Sandy won a signed picture of Paul Denham. Is that because
he did say signing autographs?
He goes around signing autographs
because he's old school.
So stupid. I bet when do you think the last time he was asked for an autograph was?
Never.
Exactly.
Trisha said, "This house is awful, boring, the worst, and I'm hungry. They're all fucking fake."
Oh, so later on...
She has been complaining since day one, basically, hasn't she?
She has, which is annoying because I've seen that video she's done before she went in where she was like so happy to be picked. She felt it was an honour. She's been watching it for so long.
The only fucking interesting thing that bitch did in the house was on the first night when she was talking to Jordan. She did absolutely nothing since then.
That's true.
Fuck you, Trisha.
But she was trying to not do anything so that we voted her out. Because she wanted a fee. That's why.
Get back to America. Stop slagging off Great Britain.
She is going tomorrow.
Good.
It's the earliest flight they could get her, apparently.
Good. Fuck off. Yeah. This is good though. Sorry, I take it back.
Is
Trisha.
it where Big Brother asked if she shared her feelings with any of her fellow housemates?
No.
She was like, no. And can Big Brother ask why? She's like, because I don't like them. They're all fucking fake. There's no connection. What am I going to say? They're all fucking fake.
I just said that, by the way. Well, only one bit of it. But then Trisha got offered either pizza or immunity, and she took the pizza.
Everyone who wasn't yet in the VIP club got offered this.
Oh.
The VIPs so far were what? Brandy, Sean and Sam. Oh, and Derek and Helen, I think. But, yeah. So everyone was offered that chance. The catch was if they ate that pizza, they'd have no more chance to win their immunity and become a member of the club.
But Trisha said pizza is forever.
She said, I'm taking it as 100%. The easiest decision I've ever made in my life. Sex will give you STDs. Friendships are fake. Relationships will cheat on you. Family will disown you. Pizza is forever.
That's nice.
That was a good diagram.
That could be your tattoo of the week.
It's a bit long.
No, just pizza is forever.
Marissa was making Amelia get her boobs out against her will, apparently.
Making who get them out?
Amelia. Oh, for that date. She was like, you need to get your tits out. And Amelia was a bit like, oh no, I like to dress like a granny.
I've already said this once. Anything to do with Amelia, Chad, dating, and Marissa, I don't know about it.
Fuck off. It's a key part of the first week. And then...
It's over. Old news.
Kartik had another good moment here.
Yeah.
Where... Was it Brandy was trying to get him to serve her drink first?
And
she was like... Was it food?
Yeah.
She was like, ladies first. And he said, I don't believe in that. Oh, he was like, ladies first card. No, yeah, I don't believe in that. I think men and women are equal. A real lady would not pull that ladies first card. It's just my opinion. What do you think about that? Is he a sexist piece of shit? Or is he right that men and women are equal and women shouldn't expect their food served first?
Well, I've got my ladies first card here, and I've been looking at the
it's expired.
terms and conditions on it. And no, Brandy's right. Ladies first. Especially if you're on the Titanic and there's not many lifeboats.
Talked to reference that last week for some reason. Paul observed, it's getting brutal.
Paul said it's a different mentality. He's from a different country and he speaks a different language.
He said he's only been here for a couple of years. Kartik has been really vocal about the fact he's been in the UK for 12 years. Yeah, and says it's a different language even. In India, everyone speaks fucking English in India because we used to colonise the fucking place.
Kartik is speaking English in the Big Brother house and he's... What?
Yeah, no, because Paul thinks he speaks Indian or whatever, Hindi or something. Like, everyone knows that. I think it's an official second language in India, is it not? That's irrelevant. What he's saying is because he's brown, he doesn't speak English.
Yeah, it's a different mentality. He's from a different country. Fuck off, fucking racist piece of shit. Yeah.
But the worst part of that was he felt that was him standing up for Kartik.
How?
And defending him.
How?
By going, oh, leave it out, Brady, because he doesn't know any better kind of thing. That's even more racist, don't you think?
Yeah.
He's like so unaware that he says that in defence of Kartik.
Yeah, I do see what you mean.
Get what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, Big Brother then revealed that members had picked who was doing what in that task. And like, that was surely obvious. There was that date later, and Chad and Amelia's date. Look what I've written instead of spag bowl. slag bowl. I think that was a typo.
That's rude.
They had slag bowl eaten from a very low. It was from a very low table, wasn't it? It was that smoking area. It's not a good look eating spaghetti together at the best of times, let alone from a low table, like off your lap, is it, on a date?
No, but I already told you I'm not talking about that subject.
Oh, hang on. There were some good punishments coming out of that task, and it was like old school Big Brother. Gemma had to colour in all of that popcorn.
Oh, that was good.
With a felt pen.
I like that.
Do you think she ever finished that vat of popcorn? It was like a fucking laundry basket.
No.
And
who else did a task with popcorn like that? That's like separate out. Was they have to separate out M&Ms or something like that? Maybe. different coloured M&Ms or something.
Yeah, Smarties or
rings a bell.
something. Was it like Jedward or something?
Can't remember.
I thought of like, do you remember when they put Maxwell in that room and they had to like separate nuts and bolts or whatever? And they were like, just had to stay in there and lockdown until they'd done it. Should have done that.
I like shit like that.
Me too. It's like old school Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sam had to carry around that big fish, remember?
Yeah.
And dress as a fisherman. And he made out like...
Hold on, that weren't Sam, it was Jordan, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was Jordan. But he made out like it was going to have to go into bed with him and Jordan that night, which I didn't actually see happen, but I wish Big Brother had made them take it to bed. But Sarah was all over it. She wanted to fucking get it in the oven as soon as it came out, didn't she? Do you remember? Mm-hmm. She's like, will it be all right tomorrow? Let's bake it. Like, I don't think you're allowed to eat the task equipment. It's got to be returned to the diary room.
They're not your personal...
Salmons.
Then Sarah got drunk and bit Amelia's leg.
Yeah, and then Big Brother decided to call Amelia in and ask if she was okay.
That was another bit that had a bad camera angle on it.
When she, because I didn't know what happened. I asked you, like, what did Amelia
What's
bite?
with the camera
what
angles?
Happened? Not Amelia, Sarah.
Sort your camera angles out, Big Brother. It's like the fucking sound on BBUS. Can't hear a fucking thing. Can't hear.
At least you can hear it.
Can't hear anything on BBUS. Can't see anything on BBUK. Brilliant. We've got 42 cameras or whatever. None of them are filming a fucking thing. Unless it's Chad and Sarah noshing off. Then we got 12 cameras on it.
There was this like discussion between Paul and Kartik about him being pissed off about serving him. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he said that he was being Kartik was being passive aggressive. And he was like, Paul said, I can see you're not happy about it, and I'm worried that you're going to snap. I feel hostility. And Kartik said, well, you feel what you feel. Basically, like, that's your problem.
What can I do?
Where did that biting thing happen?
Shortly after that.
I'm a bit lost at where we might be. Where's the...
Let's move on to the next day.
The next day?
Yeah, because they'll just Chad and Amelia, and even they've forgotten that happened.
This is where Sarah first got drunk, though, at the end of this night.
Yeah, it was
Paul
the first sign of her being a lunatic.
And Paul, who is ever so concerned about Sarah drinking in the house, was yelling at her, do a loose women! Do the loose women thing! Which basically means get your tits out for the lads.
I remember that.
That's when, she came in and bit Amelia's leg. But she didn't really seem that out of control to me, did she, to you? She didn't seem that drunk.
We know they don't get that much booze in there, apparently.
Well, depends who you're asking.
True. Andy West said no.
And Nicola McLean says,
yes.
Pride with the shit. But yeah, I didn't think she seemed like she was particularly out of control. But this like raised a lot of questions how this sort of panned out about. It seemed that Paul and Sarah knew each other. Did you not think, like, previously?
He gave that impression, but I think she said they don't.
I thought she was like, you're supposed to be my friend, and then he was like, I don't even met her, like, I don't even know you, sort of thing, a few days later.
It's probably from down Alcoholics Anonymous, isn't it?
Maybe from a meeting. Didn't she say he needs to go to a meeting? Was that tonight? I can't remember.
No, next night.
Where was Sam? What was Sam saying he was semi to blame for in the diary room? And so is Paul, and so is Chad. Is it Trisha's isolation?
Spoiling.
I feel bad for her. She's such a sweet girl. She didn't come into this house with the intention of fucking a guy over.
It is Sam's fault that Trisha left.
Fucking a guy over.
Oh, I don't know. Should we talk about something we do know about?
We can try.
Oh God, please.
It's about Amelia.
Oh no! Oh fuck! Fuck!
Why the mice? Okay, so we just had to deal with another mouse, which it's been quite a while that we've had to actually deal with a mouse during the podcast.
I had to deal with one yesterday,
but there was a break where there were no mice, and now the mice are coming back again.
This mouse was alive, and I saved its life, but now
that is not going to survive.
Actually,
it's just going to die outside.
No, it's not. He seemed quite lively.
Really? Hasn't a tooth gone through it? at some point. I think he gently picks them up and brings them in.
Wow. But Gaz helped because he opened the door. And now we've had to shut Towie in to give the mouse time to get away. And now Towie's meowing. So, yeah, it's all going swimmingly.
So, back to that episode. At the end of that was where Amelia and Chad were in the bedroom together. And they were saying how, I didn't come here looking for love. And Chad said, neither did I. Came here to live. And Chad told Amelia that he's just going to click them back off, the emotions.
Oh, that's
good. I can just shut them off at any time, he said.
That's good.
Didn't you feel like he was kind of going like, it's a bit of a fuck you then?
Yeah.
Trying to scare her into like liking him, I felt.
But he can just click those emotions off
Apparently
and click them onto someone else.
That's because he's from The Bachelorette, isn't it? He thinks life is a dating show.
No, he's from The Bachelor. The Bachelorette is like a girl.
No, he's from The Bachelorette.
Oh, really?
It's where the girl chooses from the men.
Oh, did she choose him?
Don't know.
So, that makes him even less famous if he's just one of the...
Yeah, he wasn't The Bachelor.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, does that like tarnish your view of Chad?
Get him out.
And he goes, and off. It's off now, okay? He's so dramatic.
Ridiculous.
Right. What was the next day?
Monday. So...
I'm going to need a day number. 6, probably? Yeah, got it. Oh, Paul was questioning Sarah the next day about her drinking.
What?
I said, in the style of Keith Lemon doing Through the Keyhole, but I haven't written what he said, but he was doing it in a weird accent.
Right, what is Paul's problem with Sarah drinking?
Because he can't have a drink. He's jealous, maybe.
They trigger each other, don't they?
Triggered.
They do. They trigger each other. What? They do. I think they do.
Brandy said about Marissa that she'd changed and was playing a game.
Marissa?
Apparently.
Get out. Gemma said, Sarah is fake and chat's shit. She's got headaches and anxiety all the time.
Yeah, how many times can someone complain about a headache? Poor you, poor you, poor you. And I thought, pour me a drink. Paul said she's an attention seeker about Sarah. Paul's very weird how he tries to be caring to Sarah, but then puts a knife in behind her back.
Fake. This was the start of Paul and Gemma's kind of alliance against Sarah, wasn't it? But I've actually found that to be quite an interesting storyline.
Gemma versus Sarah?
No, Gemma and Paul versus Sarah. And Paul kind of pretending to be Sarah's friend and then not being and stuff.
It's not comfortable to watch at times, though, is it?
I've enjoyed it. I know,
think it's been interesting to watch.
Loads of people have said that, like, I can't watch, blah, 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 like, they need help, they shouldn't be in there. I want to watch that shit, because that's the real shit, is people struggling with their addictions, struggling with their relationships, struggling to manage their emotions. That's the good shit. What's wrong?
His paw at me and took his claws out.
Yeah, but it's good that
scratching up on that.
It's good that I got him to settle down, because now that mouse can run away.
Be free.
Run, little mouse, run.
Sarah said that Amelia should talk to her because Paul was stirring the pot at the same time. She said no. She was warning him that Paul was stirring the pot.
Smoking.
Amelia could actually see that. She said, I think he's playing games with people's minds a little bit. That is true. He actually is.
He is.
Next was the shredder thing where they had to shred.
I was looking at one of Gemma's tattoos and I thought it said Dan Osborne, but I looked again.
Isn't that the guy off of Bot?
It's some guy off of Hollyoaks or something, I think. But I looked again and it says pain and pleasure. So
who's that idiot off Bots that gives good head? Is that not Dan Osborne?
He gives good head.
Gives good headlines. One we hate.
Oh no, that's Dan Wootton.
Oh, Dan Wootton.
Ugh,
yeah.
Don't mention him. So the shredder task.
This was a weird one. They just had to shred the person that they didn't want to get membership, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Shred.
They had to shred on an individual basis and put people out. So it was a bit like a sort of semi-nomination type thing, but not really. So Brandy shredded Karthik and Derek. Hang on. Oh, they had to decide as a group, was it? Because Derek also wanted to shred Karthik, even though they share a bed together.
Fuck knows.
So yeah, I didn't really get what this was all about, but it was the VIPs choosing who they would not have as members, I suppose.
Paul nominated Sarah for saying she had a cider-induced headache. That's a good reason.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I didn't get that. He said about Karthik, I didn't like the way he pulled out the racist card, which was bang out of order.
It's called the race card.
Yeah, but he said racist card again.
I know. I'm saying, correcting him, not you.
And when he was talking about nominating Sarah, he said, I don't want her to come out of here and think, oh, that show hasn't done any good for me. They were watching it, weren't they? Because Sarah said, well, that's what you're going to do, mate. Which I thought was interesting.
Sarah blaming everyone else for her own actions. Typical victim.
She's saying he's going to come out and say that show wasn't any good for me.
No, because, well, she's the one who's come off looking the worst out of everyone so far.
And Paul don't look great either. He's come out as a racist.
Yeah, but Paul looks exactly how he looked anyway, a complete knob.
Paul didn't look like anything though, because whose radar was he on?
Well,
who was it when someone said, oh, this is your career right now? Gemma.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Sarah broke down and had to go crying into the toilet, and she said, he's a fucking prick. This is going to ruin his career.
What career?
He's a prick. Her career, I said. I don't know who she was talking about. And Gemma was like, oh, you'll be fine anyway. And Sarah said, it's not like that. You don't get it.
It was about her career, not Paul's career. She was worried that because everyone's saying basically she shouldn't be drinking.
Did she say that Paul's saying that was going to ruin her career? Oh, yeah,
because everyone is saying she shouldn't be drinking, and she's saying they're making her look bad. When it's like, no, you're making yourself look bad by getting drunk, biting people, snogging people who are not your boyfriend, making general victim noises, wearing horrible clothes, having hair that looks like straw, pretending
and a nose that's had so much gear on it.
It looks like Daniela Westbrook.
I said that, but I didn't know.
Pretending that you're friends or not friends or whatever with Girls Aloud, pretending you can sing, pretending people actually care about your private life.
You know what Kwame said about that?
What?
Amelia Lily and Sarah doing that song?
No.
He said it was like a very beautiful song.
That's fucking dreadful.
And then I listened to what we'd said about it. We were saying Sarah Harding was wailing. It sounded terrible.
That's funny. I like it when people have different opinions. Boring to have the
Kwame
same
thought it was a
opinion.
lovely moment. Bless.
No, well.
Gemma said to Amelia, "You should be buzzing, but you can't because you've got to look after that." About Sarah. It did start to get quite nasty during this episode. Oh yeah, she went to the diary and was crying. I think Big Brother asked her how she was feeling. She said, I don't want to be on camera saying what I'm feeling. That's the concept of the show.
And she said, I didn't come in here to get pissed every night. Where do you normally go?
This is where Gemma said, she ain't got a career. Let's face it, this is her career right now. Which is true, right? For most of those celebrities, it's their career right now.
And Sarah said, I'm used to being on my own, not with a loud group of kids. Old Grand Sarah.
She's only 35.
I know. She's like, I haven't got the energy that I used to.
Now.
Just do a line of cocaine, you get plenty.
Oh yeah, that's why she said she had a headache for 3 days. I'm not used to being in an environment like this, and I don't think I can do it anymore. It's day 6 in the Big Brother house.
She's probably withdrawing off either a prescription meds or a whatever else, you know.
What does haughty mean?
Like, up yourself.
Kartik said, I perceive your tone as being haughty. Who is that to?
Don't know.
Let's agree to disagree. It's okay.
Probably Paul, yeah.
No one else said that except the time race card came up. It's a game, we stand together.
And this was when Marissa said she wanted a showmance of Jordan. When we get out of here, let's get our picture taken.
Oh, when he said, do you think we'll turn heads out here?
Yeah, and Jordan started getting all prissy and going, oh, I thought it was real. I thought what we had was real. Like, Jordan, you've slept with 1,500 women.
As he fucked.
And you think, well, yeah. And he's getting all, pretending he's all got morals and principles and stuff. Like, pull the other one, mate.
Maybe he did genuinely have a soft spot for her, though.
Oh, but bitch, please.
There's a whole load of stuff about this racism thing. I'm trying to work out if it's juicy or of note or not.
No, it is. I'll tell you what it is. Big Brother called Paul into the diary room to give him a tell-off. And Paul said, I understand from school what it's like to have someone pronounce your name wrong all the time. And you know what it is, don't you? Down on. Don't you think people must have just
He was getting all like touchy about it.
Don't you think he got
So he
that?
didn't
at
even want to
school?
say it. Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So if you see Paul Danan in the street, make sure you go down on at him.
I'm further back than that because it's a discussion between Kartik and Paul directly, where Kartik Paul basically threatened Kartik at this point, and he said, "I swear, if you do it again, if you're not happy,
Excuse me.
if you're not happy with your name, and you need to be called
What?
Kay, then you need to change it."
What?
He said to him. How dare you say that to him?
That's disgusting. Oh yeah, you're right. He said, did you get racism when you were younger? Well, let's see. Yeah, I think all black or Asian people experience racism at some point or another, don't they?
Yeah, but he's only been here for 12 years. Maybe he grew up in India, so it might have been better for him.
But still, there's
I'm
racism
sure he's experienced
everywhere.
it, yeah, since he's been living in the UK, for sure.
Oh, and then and then afterwards Kartik offered to make Paul a cup of tea, and then Paul was being a cunt about it afterwards, wasn't he?
What was he saying? He was
he's
trying
going,
to goad him?
he's kissing my arse, basically. Hopefully Kartik spat in it. Kartik does speak to people like he's doing an appraisal, though, doesn't he? He was like,
well, he's from a business
he's
show,
like,
remember?
Paul, I've got some feedback for you. It's like, okay.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Paul said, I know it's a trick. He doesn't want to make a cup of tea. He's like, you wankers. It's like, well, he came up and offered to make you a cup of tea. I wouldn't make you a cup of tea.
Also, isn't it the rules of the task still? Doesn't he have to
don't
he
know.
have to make him a drink?
Don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, I did skip ahead a bit there.
I got the first recorded note of Sarah saying that she's living in a bubble at this point. Fucking hell.
It's nice to be in a bubble.
Oh, do you know what Derek offered Sarah to help her get through it all?
Yeah.
Crystal healing.
When I get that feeling, I need
Crystal healing. That reminded me of Nasty Nick giving them breaky.
Oh,
Do you
Jesus.
remember back in the day?
I do, actually.
Burning candles around them and shit like that.
No, don't get up, leave that mouse alone. Oh, God.
He can't get out though, can he?
No, but you can make a lot of noise.
So yeah, then it gets that bit where Jordan's saying about turning heads and feeling like he's been used for a showman. Who had an awkward kitchen apology? Was it Trish? Was it about Trisha?
Don't know.
Trisha was threatening Trisha with talking shit about Sam on YouTube. Oh yeah. She said that every boyfriend she ever had to shut down his Instagram. Actually, what wasn't in the show, which I saw later on YouTube, was Big Brother called her in
Yeah.
and had a go at her about like trolling.
Oh.
Like basically, how do you feel about trolling? Like, do you realise what you said
Trolling.
could be perceived as like
Don't you say trolling?
trolling?
Do
No,
you?
Trolls, isn't it?
Trolling.
Trolling. There's not a W in it. Trolling.
I've never heard anyone say trolling,
Trolling.
in my life.
A troll.
Trolling, I thought
What
it
about
was.
Trolls, the film? Well, the things
about
with
it?
pink hair.
Yeah.
They're called trolls, right? Not troll.
Yeah,
Trolls.
it's spelt the same. Spelt the same.
Yeah, troll.
Yeah, troll.
Yeah, you say
Trolling.
troll.
Trolling.
Troll is spelled Troll. Troll.
Troll. Guys, back me
You
up here.
spell troll like Joel.
No,
you
the
pronounce troll,
film,
like-
the Trolls. Do you say the Trolls?
Trolls.
Oh my
They're
God,
trolls.
That's weird. Guys, help us out here. Who's right? Because that sounds weird to me. Tweet me like at VM if you all say trolls or tree. I can't even speak.
Yeah, so basically Big Brother had a go at her and she was like, she actually cried about it. She was like, well, I'd never want people to be trolled.
You just said it like me.
Trolled.
Yeah, I win. Trolled. Trolled.
But I feel like she has been going on about, since she got out, about her followers and, let's stop watching Big Brother now because I'm now.
Oh, everyone, CBB
Oh, you
is
don't need to watch
cancelled.
them.
No, you're cancelled, bitch. Fuck off and eat some fried
Did
chicken.
#CBB is over party ever trend or not?
Of course not. Fucking Raven exposed party got more headway than that.
So yeah, Paul got his talking to by Big Brother. That's when Big Brother mentioned a Middle Eastern hairline again. Could you see how that could be seen as being racist?
And then Paul started backtracking heavily.
About just talking about people getting his own name wrong.
Yeah.
He never really... Did he even apologise or say... that he'd done wrong.
I think he did apologise to Kartik directly later.
Big Brother actually said it can be frustrating for anyone, for housemates, if they to get their name wrong.
True that.
Right. Jordan's bitching about this magazine deal still.
Whatever.
Sarah's talking about this house divide with the in-betweeners. Paul's part of the jam club. I think that's why he's shaved, so he can look younger. He looked like he'd waxed his like fucking beard off. Did you notice? Like on one side of his face, he had like a red strip. It was like blotchy redness. Yeah, I thought he's got the wax strips on his face or something. Paul, Gemma, and Jam were in bed together, bitching about Sarah. This is where it started to step up.
Yeah, he said Sarah is cookie.
Cookie?
Cuckoo.
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 Who said that?
Paul.
Yeah, and she also said she's fucking aware she's on camera. Aren't they all? He's fucking aware he's on camera. Oh yeah, and then the other bedroom were talking about Paul, weren't they? And he walked in. He's like, "Carry on talking."
Yeah.
Why when I'm walking in the room, everyone's shutting the fuck up?
Yeah.
If anyone's got anything to say it to my fucking face. But he was just bitching about Sarah.
I know. Stupid.
And Sarah did that like psycho finger thing, like he's going like crazy, thinks everyone's talking about him, and he's like, "Sarah, why are you doing that?" And she said, "Because you're a psycho." And then she said, "Why don't?" Did that when she said, "Why don't you go to a meeting then?"
Yeah, she said you should go to a meeting. You're no friend. And Paul said, "I am working my program."
Oh,
yeah, it's Alcoholics Anonymous speak, isn't it?
He's on a program.
But up until that point, I thought Paul was drinking in the house because he always sounds drunk. Yeah, he's like slurs his words all the time. But
until he saw that.
But can you believe that he has the self
discipline?
Yeah, to not drink, considering what a fucking Fruit Loop he is.
Well, when he was sat on that bench the other day and he was like, really wanting a can of
drink.
something.
Yeah,
it reminded me of when Russell Brand was sniffing that heroin on that documentary he did. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I just want to smell it."
It is like that, isn't it? But
you shouldn't really put yourself in the environment, though, should you?
But you know what would be great?
What?
If Paul Denan does start drinking again in the Big Brother house. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
It wouldn't be great.
It'd be fucking wicked. I would fucking pay to see that shit.
What they should do is like give him a task where he thinks it's alcohol, but it's not. Like when Barrymore had to eat... Preston had to eat all those like liqueur chocolates, but they weren't actually liqueur chocolate.
I love it when they do that. But no, say Paul Denan did have a drink, would Big Brother step in and stop him?
I think they probably have a duty to, don't they?
Nah, it's his choice. It's his choice.
I think there's a line, and they're not allowed to let him cross that.
He's a grown man. He can do what he wants.
Not when he's on a fucking programme.
Do you believe they would step in? Go stop that. Opposite sides of the house.
Probably. It's probably in his contract.
I bet you £1 million, and I'd love to bet £1 million on this podcast, as you know, they would not step in. They would sit back, get the popcorn, and they would watch it go. And Paul Denan would be out within the evening, and I, for one, would pay to see that.
Morally, that would be bad, though.
Morally, that would be bad, but it would be great TV.
Especially when you know you're putting someone vulnerable in there to let them.
But he knows he's going to be he knows it's going to be an environment where everyone's fucked off their head, doesn't he? Mind you, these tablets, whatever that he's on,
it's just ibuprofen.
That's obviously something to help him. Drink its tablets help him. You can
how do they do it? Is it
can take
like Nicorette patches? It's like a little bit of nicotine.
You can take
a little bit of alcohol.
You can take tablets that make you not like the taste of alcohol.
Not like the taste of it.
Yeah.
But when did taste ever stop anyone with an addiction?
That's true. It's like when you put that shit on your nails.
You still bite through it.
Your nails. Yeah.
Me too when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Get used to the taste of it. Eventually just lick it off.
Yeah. So now we're on to the first eviction. Fucking hell. Oh my God. I need an IV drip.
God, Emma said Big Brother gave her a killer pizza. Nom 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 nom. That was the worst pun I've ever heard Emma have to read out in my life. What was she wearing? Was this where she looks? What did you say she was wearing earlier?
End of Pier Elvis.
What?
She looked like Elvis. A
Emma?
bad Elvis impersonator.
I can't remember this.
That's weird that you can't remember that.
Yeah. Oh, however, I have written awful suit looks like kitchen roll. So apparently I didn't like it either. Go on, you've got the notes on this one.
I have,
You've got
but
a
it's in my
so-
blog, so it's quite long, so it's hard to pick out what's... Sarah said, I've got eyes in the back of my head and one beady eye on Paul. And... oh, God.
Was that in the diary room?
Yeah.
She said Paul started getting all arsey with us. I spat my dummy out a bit with him. Spat her dummy out? Was that after? Is this the night after she'd bitten Amelia? No, it's when they were bitching about her and he was bitching about her and she was bitching about him in the bedroom. Okay.
You're going to have to
So it's the fallout of
lead
that.
on this because my blog's too long. I can't read properly.
Paul said to Sam, she started hitting me below the belt, mate. She started hitting me back really where it fucking hurts about this psycho stuff.
About him being an
Personal.
addict.
Oh yeah, personal. You couldn't get more personal. And Sarah said, I think he's playing a game, a very cunning one. I've put Sarah's a bit of a sad case, isn't she? People
Very.
seem to fucking love her though.
I don't get that. I mean, I'm guessing they don't now after Chadgate.
I bet they still do.
Well, I just hate her self-pity. She's just
I find her a little bit painful to watch in there, and I don't think she's in any position to be in there.
I don't care about that. She's a grown adult. That's up to her if she wants to be in there or not. I don't give a fuck about that. She's passed the psych test, allegedly. I don't care. I don't care about that. If you're in there, you're in there for my entertainment.
Do you
Have a
think
breakdown.
all these people that are like whooping and cheering for Sarah all the time, are they like Girls Aloud fans, or they just think they need to like her because she's the biggest name that got in there this year?
Don't know, because as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing likeable about her. She talks about herself all the time, just like someone said. She's a narcissist. She's a one-upper. She plays a victim. She's trying to get off with someone when she's got a boyfriend. I don't care about that personally, but some people do. And she's just an annoying twat. Apart from that, great.
Love
her.
Paul was telling Jordan to play it cool
Sorry.
with Marissa. He says, you're not going to bang her in here. Jordan said, my nan always said, why stick to one when you've got a library?
Why stick to one book when you can have a library?
One book. That
Your
makes more
nan
sense.
is a slag.
That's funny advice from a nan, isn't it?
And I'm only using that because of Jordan's nan being a slag. Oh, God.
Carter was saying, I have to spread the love. And when Marissa said to him, if that's your cousin, fine. If that's your brother or your sister or your mother, fine. But these people aren't your friends. So she was basically saying, sometimes you have to flex to gain some respect, that he shouldn't be taking that shit, I guess, from Paul.
She went very New York when she did that speech, didn't she? She was like, oh.
She's got a funny accent, that one. Sometimes she sounds like she's trying to put on a British accent, I thought. Did you? Oh, this is when Paul told Trisha that he went down to Compton. This is a fake story, isn't it, right?
Trisha's like, oh, what you go down there for?
He's like, why do you think? And then he said he had to pretend he had a gun or something.
Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me?
Like, how come he had to do that? To get out, he couldn't get out of the car or something.
Yeah.
Someone wouldn't get out of his car, and he had to pretend he had a gun.
Could you imagine? Imagine some gangster being scared of Paul Denang with his fingers in his pocket.
I can imagine them turning around just shooting Paul Denang in the fucking face.
And then he's like, I mean, I love NWA and all that. It's so cringe.
What's NWA?
It's a rap band. Do you not know what NWA stands for?
No.
Can't really say it on the podcast, but it's the N word with attitude.
That's a rap band?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they sound good. I might look them up on Spotify.
I put white people after that.
But Trisha was like, kind of shocked, like I'd never go there sort of thing. Like, are you mad?
I don't think Paul Denang had either, so don't worry.
Now Derek was talking to Sarah about Girls Aloud, and then he asked her like, oh, you still in touch with people about that Irish singer? And she's like, Irish singer? She couldn't think who it was. Fuck's sake. There's only 4 other members of Girls Aloud. One is like Ginger, one is a racist, one is Sarah Hardin, and
one is Kimberly.
Oh yeah, one.
Everyone always forgets about her. I like
One
her.
played the princess in Shrek in
Oh,
theatre.
like Tina Malone. I remember that.
In that task.
Yeah, Michelle Heaton said she looked like her.
She did.
That is an old school reference right there.
Well done,
I've
that
still
was
got
good.
it. I've still got it.
Yeah, and the other one's the Irish one, Nadine.
Yeah.
Does she talk to her?
She went, yeah, we FaceTimed a couple of
The other
weeks
day.
ago.
No, you just know that a couple of weeks ago was like before
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Don't be bitter, glitter.
She keeps making out like, oh, you know, we've all got a lot going on in our lives, which I think is funny.
It's stupid.
She's got nothing going on.
This is interesting. Sandy went in the diary room and she said Sarah is drinking and behaving in a certain manner. If Sandy is saying that about you, you know something's up, because Sandy's not trying to shit
Do anyone
stir or
over,
be a
no.
bitch. You know?
She said, when you come in here, you've got all eyes on you.
Mm.
They've got to get up, get over it. It's not their house, it's your house.
Mm. Whose house?
Big Brother's house.
So Sarah said to Paul, I'm trying to change people's perceptions of me. And Paul said, then don't drink then. She should have heeded that advice, I think. And I said,
Oh, yeah.
I said, if Paul Dinan is telling you this, listen. But on Twitter, as this happened, everyone on Twitter's going, how dare Paul Dinan tell her not to drink? How dare Paul Dinan tell her what to do? It's like, she isn't a recovering addict. She shouldn't be drinking. I don't know if she was an alcoholic, but if you're an addict and you've got an addictive personality, I don't think you should be drinking. Obviously, it does have a bad effect on her when she drinks as well. I do think Paul Dinan is a cunt to her, and he does try and wind her up. But I think another part of him does see himself in her and is trying to help in his own stupid...
Even though he's a cunt,
yeah,
first and foremost,
It's-
maybe he sees it from her point of view because he's in the same boat, sort of thing.
it's like a weird mixture, but everyone was like going, oh, just let her drink if she wants to. But it's like, hold on, I don't think drinking is that good an idea for her.
Especially when she's got a glass of wine in one hand and a can of gin and tonic in the other.
And
Paul said, I was thinking of you. It wasn't out of malice. I wasn't trying to get you out of here. Just be you. And she said, I'm trying to be me.
but
And then he said, you reminded me of me on that Love Island show.
But he also said, think of it as a job. You wouldn't drink on a job. And I thought that was quite interesting.
That's probably his method of
Yeah.
coping, I suppose.
And she said, oh, I only drink in moderation. And I've put, she obviously needs it to cope. I think she needs to drink to cope with the situation, don't you?
Right.
Which is understandable. I think I'd need a bloody drink if I was in there as well.
Remember how he ended that conversation? Like other people. He said,
no.
they're not like me and you. They're different. They're different kind of drinkers.
Yeah, i.e. those two are alcoholics.
Yeah.
And he said, he also said, if you're going to get that mashup, I just like the fact that he used mashup. Paul is so 90s, isn't he?
Yeah.
Everything he wears, everything he does, everything he says, he's just like a throwback, isn't he? He's just not aged, he's not grown up.
Also, do you believe he's 39?
Why, how old is he?
No, that's what his profile says, but
I believe he's 39.
he
Do you
seems
think he
like
looks older?
older. Yeah.
I think he looks about 39. Oh yeah, he said he was worried that he made a fool of himself on Love Island. You're making a fool of yourself now, you twat. Yeah. I put, how can Paul be so sober yet still sound so fucking drunk? Oh, Marissa, whatever. Okay. Now we're on to Marissa getting evicted, yeah? She took that well, didn't she?
She was pissed off, wasn't she?
She was fuming. So the last two was her and Kartik, wasn't it?
I said that there were cheers for Marissa and Sarah and boos for Karthik and Trisha.
We all know that's meaningless.
It was safe in no particular order. Trisha, Chad, and then Sarah. So yeah, that comes down to Karthik and Marissa. Chad also said, I got a shit ton of booze.
I know, you saw Chad sort of mask slip a bit, didn't you, when he saw him get booed? Like, he looked a bit worried.
Gutted. Yeah, when Marissa came out, she said, I got cheap shotted. I didn't have an opportunity to defend myself.
Shit, Marissa, when she got evicted, she went, I fucking knew it. And Kartik went, what the hell? Kartik had his coat in his
literally
hand.
was about to step up. His butt was already off the sofa.
He was the very epitome of, it's me, it's me, it's me.
Did you
And,
hear Emma reference the American show? Did you hear that?
oh,
She's like,
not that I've seen it, but
Yeah, exactly. She's like, oh, have you watched any of the show or the American version? I hear it's very different, apparently.
Emma don't know about those BB19 streets, so don't even try it.
No.
Hold on. Also, you're ahead of me now. What's going on? Also, Marissa took fucking ages to leave the house. It's like,
Did she?
I thought they were gonna have to do a kitten on her. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Start taking money out of the
Yeah.
charity prize fund. Notice that there's no countdown this year either. There's no 10, 9, 8.
I did not
It's
notice that.
It's just, here's your first evictee, and they say their name, and then they come out.
And you like the graphics?
Those graphics are amazing.
Oh, sublime.
By Mammoth Graphics.
Oh, it's like the Sistine Chapel, isn't it? Beautiful. And then, Marissa's just sour in her interview.
That interview was painful. It was boring.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of liked that she let it be known that she was not happy about being evicted. Like, she was...
Ryan said he liked that too.
She was definitely... Did he? She
Yeah.
was definitely really disappointed to be there, which, I think that's quite good. But so many people don't give a fuck about being in there or not.
I see what you're saying, but she said, I don't know what the public wanted from me. It's like, fuck the public. Just do you, boo-boo. Oh, God, now I'm turning into Josh. But, I don't know, it's annoying. And then...
Do you remember what Emma said about her being nominated? She said, you were a little bit pissed about it. That's very American of Emma.
American. Do you think that Barry felt bad about Marissa going?
I haven't seen him.
He didn't seem
being
that
too
bothered, did he?
No. It's game, innit?
And then Marissa was like, oh, did you guys want something to happen with me and Jordan? And then she's like, should I have started more arguments? It's like, it's not a fucking
too
soap
late now.
opera. Yeah, like, fuck off.
And it's not your appraisal afterwards either.
Exactly. I was little bit sad to see Marissa go, but I wasn't sad to...
You wanted her to stay.
I voted
beforehand,
for her.
and then when she came out, you were like, I don't know why I really cared about it that much.
My voting has been very off-key so far. No, it's not been sporadic, it's just been wrong. I could disagree with myself. Weird. Okay, that's that.
I think I had probably voted for everybody. No, I didn't vote for Sarah.
Stupid.
No, I didn't vote for Sarah. No, not everybody. I was about to say, but Marissa. I didn't vote for Marissa. So I voted for Trisha, and I also voted for Karthik. Because I was really concerned about him going first. I especially didn't want Karthik to go first,
definitely.
as he'd been a victim of racism in the house.
Definitely.
That would have been terrible.
And I feel like we've skirted over the racism thing a bit too much. And it's
because it's kind of old news now, sadly.
And also it's because we've got so much to get through, and I'm quite ill, and Gaz has got to go work tomorrow, so,
And time is ticking on.
Yeah, so if you feel we've not done that our usual service...
You're right.
I apologise, but we're doing our best. Never apologise.
Marissa said about Jordan, he was fun. I wasn't really taking his actions seriously. I didn't really know how he really felt up until yesterday. But she said afterwards, I'm definitely going to see him on the outside. We have mutual people in between us. How does Mob Wives and someone off of fucking, what is it again?
I don't know.
Ibiza Weekender have people in between them?
Ellie.
Ellie's Marissa's agent. Should get a load of Instagram followers for her. But I realise why Jordan is above Ellie in the celebrity pecking order. Because Jordan didn't only do Ibiza Weekender, but he also did X on the Beach, which is also Viacom property. So that's why he's Celebrity Big Brother. But Ellie apparently applied for regular Big Brother by herself.
Yeah.
Proper application process.
Oh, okay.
Not asked to be on the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
apparently. I think
thanks for that, Big Brother.
I think Rebecca was tweeting about that. Speaking of Rebecca, you heard the latest about Lowton?
No.
He's with fucking Stacey Francis.
Shut up!
Louder! Louder!
Shut up! What's he with her?
That's what OK Magazine is saying.
What does Rebecca say about that?
That they were always friends all along.
That Rebecca is a fucking rancid old cunt. She makes Chad look young. Okay, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, day 8.
I've got Paul explaining how Big Brother works. You'll see tomorrow's action today. Okay.
That warning, but at the start of this show, warned of demonstrations of the supernatural. So this is the one where they go into the bedrooms, right, with Derek.
Gaz, how can you warn about demonstrations of the supernatural when there's no such thing as the fucking supernatural? That warning is offensive. I'm offended by that warning. I am. It's bullshit. Should be like, warning, someone pretending they can communicate with ghosts when they can't. Fucking bollocks. Paul said, I should just not talk as I get myself into trouble. Kartik said Paul is playing mind games with him.
He said mind games and Paul are meant to be together. It's
Yeah.
like stink on shit. Where there's a stink, there's shit. Where there's shit, there's a stink. Sorry, big brother. I know this is a crappy conversation.
Pathetic.
Sean says, talking about getting old. Go on.
Yeah. Barry said he loves being 50. You know you're not missing anything when you go out. You stop liking the music.
You don't go where the young people go to.
Yeah, he doesn't like techno and drum and bass and music that goes...
I wonder what they're going to give him to walk out to then.
Doesn't like the whoobs. I know what he means though. Oh God. True. It's like when people go, oh, this band, that band. Like, oh, I go, fuck off.
We watched this episode together because we recorded a
I felt
BB19
like we did.
podcast.
I was thinking...
Yeah, so we've actually watched this together
That's
already.
weird.
And talked about Derek's thing.
I was feeling this feeling of deja vu that was weird. I wonder what insightful things we said on that day when it wasn't nearly midnight.
I was really ill, so probably not much.
Hold on, did you give me this illness?
No, you were already... Kwame said that. Yeah, I came around and you were ill already, and then we started to watch the episode, and I was like, I'm really not feeling that great, and then we had to have a Lemsip.
Who gave us this illness? Who's to blame?
Big brother. So Derek was going to get this task. Shortly, you will lead 2 spiritual tours. So one around Forest Suite and one around Blossom Suite.
So was he pretending? I mean, I know he...
Was he pretending to... Yeah, I don't know.
So is he making fun of his own shtick?
I think so, but then...
But isn't that bad? Wouldn't you go, no, my integrity is
Yeah,
a
exactly.
ghost not a ghost hunter. That's
Raven.
I don't get it. Are they making fun of him? Or is he making fun of himself?
I think it's both.
Okay.
Who was it that said, I can smell urine here?
Derek did.
Was he outside that toilet where Chanel used to go piss with the door open?
I said I could smell bullshit. I wasn't the only person to say that on Twitter.
There's a little girl child here, he said. That's creepy. Karthik.
Oh, it's that little thing off of BB19 in that task.
Karthik was like jumping around getting all scared. He said, I don't want to see anything. And Chad was like, is this real?
But hold on, in Kartik's interview, spoiler alert, in his interview,
Yeah.
did you notice he said about Derek and his imaginary friends?
Sam.
Yeah, but he said his imaginary
Did
friend.
he?
That's the first time I've heard anyone say anything anti-Derek.
Anti-supernatural.
And it was once he was out. So I just thought that was interesting. Sorry.
So while Derek was doing this, Jam on the outside doing a Hannah tapping on the window of Rose Cottage of
Convenient.
Forest Suite. They should have sent Hannah in. She's better at it. Plus, the Rose Cottage had a little door knocker on, so that was even better, didn't it?
Malcolm.
Who's Malcolm? Was he the one that he said like used to work on the studio or something?
Chad said, I don't want any ghosts touching my protein. Sorry, ghosts don't need protein. They're see-through.
Sarah was saying that people should think rationally about this. And then Marissa's like, why do you want to invite them into the house? I don't want them in here.
Good point. And Trisha said, whether it's real or not, he sells that shit. He's very convincing.
It's very convincing. A plus, I think she said.
That's good.
Gemma's grandma. Called what?
Margaret.
Which is also the name of my grandma, because everyone's grandma is called Margaret.
Yeah, and I know someone old called Margaret. It's just, yeah.
Oh, she's excited about the 2 contracts, Derek said.
Oh, like the 2 boyfriends she's going to have to choose from. I know, that's Sarah.
Oh, yeah, and then what about a banjo player?
Derek said, who's playing a banjo? and then
like...
Barry's like, oh yeah, I used to go to a pub where someone used
This
to
is
play
the
a
kind of
banjo.
shit that happens in these shows, that people just say something and then people apply it to their own reality, isn't it?
No shit. It's called cold reading.
Cold reading?
Yeah, it's just like you can It's like what Darren Brown does. You can just work shit out about people just from looking at them, basically. Because people are idiots.
Well, how did he do it in the dark then?
How did Derek do it in the dark?
Yeah.
Because Derek just goes, "Oh, does anyone know anyone called John?" And then someone says,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I
know
do."
someone called John." And they go, "Oh, John's got a bad leg." Whatever.
So first off, they met Malcolm in the other room, and then he came into the next bedroom apparently after them, in the next session that he had to do.
And then
Why did he make Jordan take all of his clothes off?
Jordan said it was very hot. We said it was hot in that house.
It is hot
There was
in
no
that house.
ghost. I don't know. I told you it's part of Derek's thing he does where he sexually assaults people under the name of spiritualism.
But like, he made him strip down to his pants
I know.
only, and then
Why not?
stand there in the middle of the room just for no reason.
Some people think Derek Okora is gay. Is he gay?
I don't know.
I don't think he is, but some people have asked me that.
Is he not?
What?
Was he not in a relationship with that woman
Courting.
off of Most Haunted?
No. She's married to like the producer of it.
Well, why else would you do that show?
Like the Chimbot, innit?
And then Sandy starts going, "You need to stop." Who's she talking
Derek!
to? To Derek. Smoking.
Yeah.
Your grandma.
Yeah.
She's crying.
But what didn't Derek think at that point? Hold on, you ain't talking to my grandma.
Well, he probably thought, I ain't even talking to Malcolm,
Yeah,
so how are you
yeah,
talking to my
yeah.
grandma?
He's getting like double bluffed. I love it.
But what I'm sad about is like no reference of that has come up since. I would have loved
Yeah.
like Sandy in the diary room, like
Yeah.
going, "Oh, I really like shit Derek up by pretending that I was channeling
Yeah.
his grandma."
I've noted Paul Denan's straightened hair here.
Oh yeah, he looks really weird in this episode. It was all like spiky.
You said his hair looked nice at one point.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You sound like a little kid then. No, I didn't.
I didn't. I said he looked like a member of A1
Oh,
that
okay.
night. Oh, weird.
No, I didn't. And then Derek was in the garden.
Oh, he said to
him.
Paul.
Derek was giving himself like a pat on the back in the garden, going, "Oh yes, you've left a lovely mark on me."
Yeah, I was
like
like,
talking.
who's Derek thinking? Is he talking to Sam, or is that Big Brother that he's talking to? He said to Paul before that, you are the one in the house that will have a marvellous spiritual experience. Paul.
Yeah, if he gets on the vodka, he will.
Sam was saying he prefers Trisha over Gemma because they've got more in common. Sam and Trisha have got more in common than him and Gemma. I think so. Do you?
I don't think he's got anything in common with either of them. Ugh. Then Paul was talking about Trisha.
Her online following.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the internet.
Yeah.
It's not bigger than TV or anything.
He says she has a following online. This is mainstream shit. I'm old school. I sign autographs.
Thing is, the internet is bigger than TV now, isn't it? He's stuck in a bubble.
Bit. Just a bit. The internet is infinite.
Exactly. But Paul thinks like mainstream Big Brother's bigger than that.
Paul's not even on anything mainstream.
She said he's got 3,000 Instagram followers, didn't she?
Paul thinks 8 million people watching Big Brother.
8.4.
Yeah, that's a very specific thing that he come out
I
with.
think he took it out of like Radio Times 2011 edition.
No, 2005 edition.
Yeah, not 11. I meant 2001. Shit. Yeah, you go, I'm just old school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just old, mate. Shall I let that cat out now? Do you think the mouse is gone?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Unless it's floundering around, half dead outside.
No, it looked quite lively to me.
Sprightly fellow.
Oh no, he's going to bite me. Carry on.
Gemma was telling Brandy that she feels isolated. And Brandy says, there's a bit where you're asking for it because you keep going back for the abuse.
Who is?
Gemma.
Right.
Gemma is asking for it because she keeps going back for the abuse. From who? Sarah. Then Gemma started crying. She's just making victim noises, pretending that she's the victim in this.
Who Gemma is?
Yeah, and then Brandy said, you wouldn't be human if you let everything bounce off you like Teflon. They're just playing the game, babe.
You don't like Gemma, do you?
No, she's poison. She's vile.
Poison blue.
She's poison blue.
I didn't mind her at first, but do you know what?
She's fucking lowest of the low, though, isn't she?
I don't mind her that much. Not that I like her as a person, but I think as a character, I think she's quite good value.
She's good value housemate.
Yeah.
But she is the figure that you can hate.
You said if you wanted anyone to go, you'd want her to go.
Yeah, but then I reassessed my outlook on the situation and realised that, like, jam are way more boring.
Yeah. Please note, listeners, I have not said the word jam during this podcast and never will. Just saying.
You might.
I won't.
Because there's jam tarts coming out later.
You should have held on to that and made me say it and caught me out later.
Right, Sean and Helen, they were cleansing the energy in the room. What is that? Because of Joseph and Malcolm, these past employees. Oh, Helen was going clapping around the room. Boring.
What was Joseph doing there, giving us spoilers? I'm lost, so carry on. Hold on, Barry said Malcolm is a shitbag.
Malcolm the ghost?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was it. Helen was clapping in the corners and Barry said Malcolm is a shitbag.
Paul was making Amelia make a choice between Sam and Chad. And she said that she didn't know, and he was like, see, you can't decide.
Amelia's manipulating and just pretending like, oh, there's not a love triangle. Ugh, I absolutely hate Amelia. Waste of space. Boring housemate. Clothes are boring. No, clothes are hideous. Characters boring. Pointless. Like my friend Dawn said, she's got a plate face. Fuck off.
What's a plate face?
Like a big round plate face, like Jonathan Shaban, like the Cravendale biscuit boy.
She has not.
She has. Plate face.
Next, Marissa got evicted in the real time in the show.
Oh, whatever.
Actually, Sean did have something to say. He said, I picked the poor girl exactly a week ago. Her face has been glowering at me through the screens for the week.
Yeah.
And she went. So then he swiftly got over it, I think. And then Chad said, I didn't think I'd get 98% booze. That was back when I was playing a character, he said. What's he talking about there?
I like the I like it when people talk about their percentage of booze. That's always
He's got a boometer in his bag, in his suitcase.
That's all. It just so's Derek Okora.
Paul wanted a whiskey and coke next, and a beer. And then Jordan goes, do you want a sip?
Naughty. Naughty.
Pity party. Sarah was talking about the pity party.
Gemma said Sarah is jealous that Trisha is talking to Chad.
Sarah is jealous that Trisha is talking to Chad, yes. Because Chad and Trisha were in the bedroom while she was doing her, like, sleeping strike.
Oh, yeah.
And then Sarah came in trying to get Chad outside to have a smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah said...
This is when Sarah got annoyed with Jordan and Sam saying they were too high energy and they were making her feel old or something. Because they were smiling and enjoying themselves.
How dare they be enjoying their Big Brother experience. Mind you, that's what Gemma's been saying about Sarah this week.
The funniest thing about this was how upset Jordan got. He was going, I've been through things in my life. He was like... Jordan was like trying to be all part of the thing, and Jordan got just ignored and forgotten about, and he was getting all upset.
Yeah, he's saying because positive 24/7 doesn't mean I've been through shit.
Yeah.
What shit has he been through?
Yeah, get the violin out. No one cares, mate.
And Sarah was in the bedroom pretending to be stuck in her dress, remember? to lure Chad over.
That was funny.
And then he was like, I'm going out for a smoke. She's like, oh, so everyone's gone, now you're going out for a smoke. She's been a bit like manipulative, isn't she, actually?
So this was where the fight with Sarah and Gemma kicked off.
Was that?
Yeah. Jordan said, hold on, when Sarah was stuck in her dress, Chad said, you look like a ghost. Then
Just ask Derek.
And then Jordan said, she's using our positivity as a weapon against us. And Gemma said, she's a weird freak about Sarah.
Right.
Sarah said, I've not been around loads of people. And Jordan went, no one's listening to me, I give up. And then Sarah said to Gemma, "Why are you diving in like a fucking cunt? You're a two-faced little bitch."
This is when they were all outside together and they started yelling at each other.
Yeah.
So this was alcohol fueled, right?
Yeah. So have you got what Gemma replied?
At least I don't shout. No, that's Sarah to Gemma. No, I haven't got what Gemma replied.
Gemma said, "You're a little fucking slag." And then, and then Sarah said, what?
At least I don't shag on TV for a living. Which I realised, this is the good thing about having someone who thinks they're a better class of celebrity than someone who is a fucking person from reality TV that is famous for shagging around on TV. Because you get this sort of like class war.
Yeah, that's true.
In terms of celebrity status.
Yeah, that's true actually. And then Gemma said, "Well, we all know what you do off TV. A fuckload of drugs."
Sort your nose out. Gemma said,
I love that.
Have you got anything more? Because I got something Gemma said to Trisha.
No, go on.
She said something about her stupid nose. She's had too much gear up it.
Yeah. She said her slaggy little face and her little stupid nose that's had too much gear up it. But
I'm sorry to say it, but I kind of agree with Gemma on that point.
I hadn't really
got that
noticed
funny little
that.
nose.
I hadn't noticed that. But this annoyed me though.
What?
There's people tweeting pictures of Gemma doing coke, right?
And that taxi, which is what
going,
Katie Price was saying. You need to Google it.
Taxi?
Yeah, it's got that handle for disabled people in the background visible.
Okay, but why? I don't agree with people posting those pictures because it's pathetic. But why have a go at someone for doing drugs when you do drugs yourself? Isn't
Gemma?
Isn't that a bit stupid?
Well, yeah, but it's good TV, so it's quite funny, isn't it? Like,
I know, but if you're going to have a go at someone about something...
But I think what Gemma's argument would be is like, oh, that's in the past, and I don't do that anymore. But supposedly it is for Sarah as well.
But you can't have a go at someone for doing something that you do yourself.
Maybe she's just one up in her because she doesn't have a stupid little nose, even though she's had loads of gear up hers.
She's got stupid, weird lips. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's like them both calling each other a slag. It's like it's just stupid.
It's all they've got, though, isn't it?
It's just tragic. It's pathetic. And then Ashleen on Twitter was calling them slags, and it makes me sick.
Iceleen. At Iceleen1. That's Karthik and Marissa calling Ashleen Iceleen.
Iceleen. We all scream for ice cream.
So Sarah went into the diary room, right, to have a little pity party for one.
Oh, that'll make a change.
They all stick together. They'll all stick together and nominate me every time. They just feel because I have a fan base, they feel threatened, and that's the story of my life. Oh, the difficulty of a popular girl.
Doesn't matter if they put you up every time because you'll be saved every time anyway. So who cares?
The fandom.
Yeah. And here's another thing about that whole argument.
Yeah.
I think Sarah started that argument.
Oh yeah, I didn't agree.
No, go on then.
No, but I can't remember what happened. But I remember disagreeing with you last week when we watched it.
You can disagree all you like, but I've got my proof here. It was Sarah who said, "Why are you diving in like a fucking cunt?"
Yeah, at response to something Gemma had said, obviously. Otherwise, why is she calling her a fucking cunt?
Yeah, but don't you think bringing out the C word, that's strong. That's a strong move.
Oh, hang on. Isn't where Gemma?
Yeah.
Wrong Big Brother. Gemma goes, oh, the pretty girl's using the bad, naughty words or something.
Showing that through. Yeah, no, but I think if you call someone a fucking cunt...
You mean business?
You're starting it. That's starting it. That's going to offend anyone or piss anyone off being called a fucking cunt. So in my opinion, she started it when she brought up...
I still think Gemma started it and Sarah was maybe trying to shut it down.
Alright, if you think... Forget about it. Right, that's it for that episode. But Sarah can give it out, but she can't take it. I think that's the lesson of that episode, don't you think?
Absolutely, actually.
Call someone a fucking cunt and then you can't take it when you get called out back.
Yeah, you got to be prepared for the rest of the fight, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Something glass houses shouldn't throw stones?
Yeah.
People. Sarah Hardin.
Cokehead, slaggy little cunt shouldn't throw Signs.
Right, we're on to Thursday, which was the day that nominations happened, and the warning warned us of uninvited, intimate interactions. Do you remember what it is?
Yeah.
Was it the nipple flicking?
flicking.
So at the start of the episode, Derek was trying to tell Sarah not to go into battle with the others, and it's breaking his heart. Paul and Gemma were talking about Sarah's alcohol problem, and noted that she has a can and a glass of wine in her hands, and Gemma said, and blackcurrant that I'll put there and not drink to make me feel better. And she's like, where's my blackcurrant?
That blackcurrant's probably got a vodka in it and all. Probably has.
No, because she's not drinking it, she's putting it to make her feel better.
That's
Lol.
bad. That's a bad sign.
I thought it was a funny observation though, actually.
Was funny, yeah. So that was nominations.
Yeah, and it was just like normal diary nominations, wasn't it? But hang on, some people were immune, weren't they? Can't.
Or was it the VIP people who were immune? Was it still
Yeah,
that
but I
week?
hadn't thought of
No.
that. Is that beyond that? No, because that's Trisha's eviction. I mean, Marissa's eviction. Marissa. So it's normal nominations, right? Straightforward nominations, because it's Friday. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So we won't go through all the nominations.
It's too much.
Frankly, full of. So then Gemma was waddling around in the bedroom wearing God knows what bit of see-through old fucking chiffon.
Oh,
And,
was it Trisha's clothes?
Oh, was it Trisha's clothes?
Yeah, it was.
And Trisha said, "You look like Katy Perry right now," to Gemma.
It's a bit of an insult to Katy
I've got
Perry.
Katy Perry's lawyer on the phone. Like, but then, so Gemma's nipples were like sticking out because, I don't know.
Who said nipples on the wall, nipples everywhere?
I don't know.
Someone said that.
Oh my God.
And Sam walks in and goes, "What are you wearing?" "Oh, look at those tits."
Charming.
So then he goes to flick her nipple, right? And she
she
like
went,
backs
"Don't."
away
Yeah.
and goes, "Don't you dare." And then he does it kind of like from behind, like on the slide, like,
Yeah.
kind of comes around like a little gets the nipple.
If you flicked my nipples, I'd have knocked the cunt clean out. And that's a fact. I would have.
You'd have been out as well.
I would have. And gladly I would have.
But yeah, but you'd have been out in that chiffon fucking titty gown.
Yeah, but at least I would have looked like Katy Perry. So that's good. Just put the cat ears on. So.
So then Big Brother calls Sam into the diary room. Big Brother wanted to talk to you about...
No, first they called Gemma in. Because this is the key point that you're
how did you feel?
Because how do you feel always affects what actually happens.
That's true. But Gemma said she weren't bothered.
Well, but if Gemma had said she was bothered...
Out you go, Sam.
Don't you think? 100%.
Of course, because look at Aaron Frew
Exactly.
and Joel.
And Jeremy from Baywatch. All those people
Jeremy
felt...
just has a very keen interest in swimwear.
Like, what Jeremy did wasn't as bad as flicking someone's nipple, though we don't really know because it was off camera. But...
He opened her gown.
But it's Gemma's fucking fault that we're stuck with Sam, because Gemma was like, "Oh, thanks for your concern, but it was just a joke." It's not a joke being a nipple flicker.
Banter.
And when they told Sam off, though, the way he took it, he's so disgusting.
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, that was... Sorry, I got my notes messed up.
Yeah.
I thought it was Sam's warning, but yeah. Big Brother said Big Brother wanted to talk to you about flicking Gemma's nipple earlier. I think that's actually what they said out, like flicking her nipple.
But the way he took
Sam
it,
flicking your nipple, sorry.
the way he took it, he wasn't contrite at all. He was like really sulky and spoilt about it.
Oh, Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Big Brother had to say, Sam, will you listen to Big Brother? Because he was like, oh, yeah. He was just trying to... It's like he couldn't accept that he was being told off, wasn't it?
He got a formal and final warning.
Good.
So you flick one more nipple, young man.
You'll be out on your ear. Yeah, no, I didn't like that. He was very blasé about it. It's like,
I think...
respect Big Brother when you're getting a
I
town off.
personally think that nipple flicking is offensive to the public, because it's not supposed to be just in the house. It's if we're
Could be
offended by it.
offensive to the viewing public. Yeah.
I'm offended by it, and I think he should be kicked out. I hated that little scrotum anyway, and now he's sexually assaulting women in there. Get him out, little fucking posh cunt. Oh, it's like when my housemaster used to tell me off.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
About it? Later?
Said something about his housemaster.
Pathetic.
Excuse me.
Just a nomination that I've noticed here. Chad nominated Karthik. He said he comes into conversations and makes them uncomfortable with his sexual jokes.
Oh.
As much as we try, Karthik isn't fitting in with the family. That was a bit
I wonder why.
odd.
I wonder why.
And Helen, because she doesn't make an effort to get to know me.
What was most interesting, I think, about all those nominations was, didn't every fucking person nominate Sarah? Sarah got nominated by so many people.
Brandy did.
And
Trisha did.
Weren't you annoyed?
Sandy did.
Everyone, I think everyone nominated
it wasn't
her.
everyone.
It was almost everyone. I really wanted them to say like 9 people
How many
nominated.
people?
Yeah. Can you imagine? She would have had a fucking meltdown. I would have...
There was a time when they used to do that,
yeah,
right?
when it suits them, that's when.
But this is a bit more like real Big Brother, so I think we're not going to get that anymore.
Yes.
Which I'm okay with. Chad was talking to Trisha about her career.
Yeah.
And then he goes, how many people do you have working for you? And she said, maybe about 80. And then she starts talking about her pop career.
Yeah. I've got a confession to make.
You've been watching her music videos on YouTube.
I watched her music video because I went to look at her videos about Big Brother.
Yeah.
And her music videos at the top.
Was it the Fat
I
Chicks
watched
one?
it. Freaky it was called.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that
It's
one.
actually quite good.
Well, she was like doing a few lines from one of her songs, wasn't she? Which
It was
wasn't
that
really
song.
any line.
It was that song. It's
and
like,
then Chad was like, oh, that sounds awesome.
it's like, I want to get grabbed around the neck. I want you to control me. And for the video, it looked like it actually had quite high production values.
The one I saw did as well.
It looked
was
better
like...
than Heidi and Spencer's fucking shitty one that she did.
The one that I watched, she was like a sexy girl working in like a diner.
Okay.
It was cool.
The song was actually quite catchy. So, go on.
She's...
See, Trish has been dragging Katie Price on Twitter as well.
Because Katie Price was going in at her on fucking bots. What'd she say? She tweeted her.
Yeah.
She mentioned her in a
she
tweet.
She said to Katie Price, oh, no one knows who you are outside of England.
Which isn't actually true. People do.
Yeah, some people do know who
Yeah.
she is. Yeah. Whatever, they're both narcissistic cunts.
Most of these notes that I've got here are all nominations, and that's too much time. Chad and Sarah were in the smoking area together. Sarah was talking about her tattoo.
Yeah.
That it means strength in Arabic. And that
You like a tattoo in Arabic, don't
yeah.
you?
And that she has it to remind herself to be strong because in Girls Aloud she had a meltdown every 4 weeks. Well, in Big Brother she has one about every 4 hours.
Yeah.
So just keep looking at that tattoo, Sarah.
In Arabic. Sarah's tattoos are absolutely disgusting. They look like fucking prison tattoos. They're so like just black and just gross. I'm surprised she doesn't have fucking love-hate on her knuckles.
Someone's nomination stood out this week.
I know what you're going to say. Go on.
I haven't got it. I haven't got any lyrics from it, but it was Karthik's rap nominations, or his song, as he called it. Did you like that?
Yeah, I loved it.
I thought the best bit was his costume.
It was like when Dominique did that rap when she...
it's never easy to dribble the ball back.
Cringe. Don't rap or sing in Big Brother ever.
And also, don't wear a fishing cap and a strange waistcoat when doing it.
Karthik is, poor sod.
And I don't know what he was talking about, but Karthik nominated Paul, and one of the lines was, sometimes I like to go to the mall. The mall.
The mall.
Really base level rhyming going on. So Noms came out, right? Karthik thought he was going to go. He's done the maths based on fan bases. He said little Karthik will be on his way.
Stop doing that. Then Sarah said, I don't know if I can take any more punches. That nose definitely can't.
Too much gear up there.
And then Chad was upset that he was up for eviction. He was talking to Trisha and he said, I thought I'd made an effort with people. He said, my old dog used to be a dick to everyone but
Except me.
What was that about?
Oh yeah, my dog used to be a dick to everyone except me. I don't know really. But then Trisha goes about Sarah. She is a dog.
Yeah, she's a dog and a slut. She's a fake person. Everything is about her. Sarah hadn't even been a slut back then.
No, that's true.
It's like preempting it. Not that I believe Sarah is a slut, and not that I believe anyone's a slag. not even Jordan's nan. That was just a joke earlier.
She said she's the only one I fucking can't stand. What I want to know is what happened here for Trisha to hate Sarah so much. Was it that she foresaw Chad and Sarah getting closer and that she wanted to be closer to Chad and it's just outright jealousy, or what?
I honestly don't know.
We'll never know unless she does that video where she spills all the tea.
Jealousy. How much is Trisha allowed to say on her YouTube about Big Brother?
She basically is fucking got a ransom against Big Brother. Is that the right term? She's basically blackmailing Big Brother right now, isn't she? You can tell.
Because she was like, oh, I need to speak to them before I can say anything else and stuff.
And she said they wanted her to go on bots, but I need to talk to them first. Basically, she's trying to get more money out of them, and she's going to get more money out of them by saying that if they pay her, she'll shut up about what she wants to say, which is going to derail the show. I feel a bit sorry for Big Brother in this case. Like, also, I don't think any single housemate is bigger than Big Brother. Like,
also, if you watch, you shouldn't be allowed on bots.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
And she did say that, the producers told her that the British public really disrespect, don't respect a walker.
But in America, it's okay, she said. No, it's not okay. It's even worse in America if you walk on Big Brother.
She said it's okay in America, did she?
I saw her say it. But, hold on. She's telling everyone, oh, don't watch Big Brother anymore. She can't be on bots if she's saying that. Can she? If I was Big Brother, I'd say, just say whatever you want, you fucking idiot. Who cares?
It depends what she's threatening to say, doesn't it?
What could she say?
Something like, oh, by the way, every night we're allowed to have a phone... Well, no, it wasn't have a phone call, but I don't know, something which completely derails the concept of Big Brother. It could be something. Like, the cameras go off at midnight or whatever.
Did you see in that article by Nicola McLean that was in that Heat magazine that
some people get better treatment than others?
She said Chloe Ferry was allowed outside the house to film Geordie Shore.
No.
What the fuck?
I feel like we might have already known that. It might have come out.
I don't remember knowing that.
She said that fucking... What's her name again? That woman that was doing the meditation room. Patsy Kensit.
Looney Sinana.
That she fucking got blow dries as well.
I thought you were going to say something else then. Right.
Regular blow dries. And Katie Price had that too. And Katie Price just needed to go and get her fucking tits sewn back on.
Don't say tits.
Don't say tits?
Yeah.
Why?
Don't approve of it. And then...
boobs?
Your boobs is okay. Don't tell me.
Titty tassels.
Yeah, we called our last podcast that, so I can't say too much. So then Sarah said, I think Paul's had a med or something to Brandy. She said we had to help him to bed. And then Brandy said to Paul, oh, Sarah said you were taking a pill. Brandy is a shit stirrer, you know. And then Paul went absolutely insane.
He went right out there, didn't he?
I don't appreciate the way he went at Sarah like that. Did you?
It's funny to watch though.
Yeah, it's wicked. But he was being so aggressive.
Yeah, he was.
And no one said anything. Oh, excuse me. And then Sarah said he's fucked up. Paul said she's a hypocrite and a dick. And then Sarah said to Paul, have you had a drink? Ooh.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. Ooh. Have you got any more on that argument?
I'm just trying to catch up with where it might be in my notes. No, I don't think I do. Carry on.
And then Jordan said to Paul, you're an inspiration to people. What people?
Jordan doesn't even know who Paul is, surely.
And then Sarah was basically saying nobody stuck up for me during that argument. And Chad said, yeah, but I was told by Big Brother I'm not allowed to punch anyone or break anything. And then... I'm at that bit now. And then Paul, I noticed, was wearing fingerless Diamante gloves in the diary room.
Diamante gloves.
He was. Yeah. And then he was like, oh, I want to say sorry for shouting at Sarah. And then he staggered out the diary room, virtually zigzagging across, and went, oh, sorry for shouting at you. And then Gemma went, have you just apologised to her? Why? What a bitch. She's a little bitch.
He said that he just felt the need to defend himself. It's very touchy, isn't it, in there? He said that he was the one struggling with not having a fucking drink.
Hold on, he said that tablet he took was paracetamol and ibuprofen. There's no such tablet that's a mixture of paracetamol and ibuprofen.
Not that I know of.
There ain't. You get ibuprofen and codeine, but there's not a paracetamol. So he's lying. What is this tablet he's taking?
Probably the one that Trisha got kicked out of the diary room so that he could get.
Yeah.
Mind you, she said in her video that Big Brother tricked her. When she wanted to leave, they said, you need to leave the diary room because we need to give another housemate some medicine. And I thought, oh, maybe that's Paul's meds. But also, Amelia Lily is diabetic, so maybe she has to, like, go and get her insulin or whatever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently she is.
Okay, so now we're on the eviction, right? Sorry. Oh, God, my voice hurts.
You can cut that cough out if you want. Or not.
Oh, God, what's the point? People have got this far, they're just masochists.
The
Including
eviction.
us.
The Friday eviction.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why I can't find my notes on it, but carry on.
Emma was wearing a disgusting dress. Had a repeating pattern on it, so you would have thought I'd like it. But the bottom of it was like all like flouncy.
Flouncy.
Do you remember that?
No.
Mm.
I'm wondering if I did my eviction notes straight after. No, I didn't.
I put it's
Yeah, I got it.
It's the morning after the nightly Sarah versus Paul smackhead crackdown.
Crackdown.
Derek is worried that Sarah is sitting in the negative corner. I think the negative corner is just the smoking area. Said there's bad energy. When she sits in that one seat, she always starts on someone.
And the edge of the smoking area.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more positivity around that smoking area now, don't you? Than in the last series.
What, when Joe
all the
was
shit
there?
used to go down there, yeah. Mind you, it did again with Gemma and Sarah, I suppose.
Now tell me this, Gaz.
Yeah.
Why was Kartik brushing his teeth in the garden?
Was he?
Yeah. In the garden.
I'm okay with that. I don't know what your weirdness is about teeth
In the
brushing.
garden?
Yeah, you can walk anywhere you want with a toothbrush.
He was sat brushing his teeth in the garden. Where is the sink when you're brushing your teeth in the garden? He's just going to spit it out in the corner by the hammock.
What are you saying? It's
There's
from a different culture.
There's no hammock, is there? No, it's from a different... culture where you don't fucking brush your teeth in the bathroom like every other person.
I suppose he's just going to have to walk to the bathroom and he needs to spit it out.
Why would you ever walk away from the sink when you're brushing your teeth?
Well, you're saying someone who does, so for me it's not weird.
People, back me up here. Just stay in the bathroom when you're brushing your teeth. By the sink.
The one thing is, when you have walked away from the bathroom when you're brushing your teeth, there comes a point where you're like, shit, there's far too much like saliva and toothpaste going on in my mouth right now, and I need to get to a sink now.
Yes,
and
and
there's
then
a panic
it ends up all
sometimes.
over the fucking carpet and all over the floor. Annoying. Hate it. It's making my voice go funny.
Your voice was already pretty
Oh
funny.
no.
Come on, tell me what's happening. 'Cause I don't
Trisha
know where
said,
we're at.
if I have to stay in this house with Sarah
I'm
any
going to
longer...
self-evict.
And she was true to
Isn't
her
that
word.
BBUSA terminology, self-evict?
Think so.
Oh, well, I said Paul and Gemma had a mouthful conversation. Were they eating at the time?
Oh, I don't know.
I never went and be friends with her again, he said. I saw a girl crying her eyes out and give her a hug just to show her it's going to be all right. Because Gemma was basically saying, why did you go make up with Sarah, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's when I noticed that Paul looked like he'd waxed part of his face.
Mm-hmm.
Trisha next was revealing that she knows vampires, real ones.
And Gemma said, so they kill people. And then
No, Gemma said, I want vampire mates. And Trisha was like, no, they kill people. And then she's like, well, you know, how do you know about them? And she goes, oh, you have to go on the dark web to know about them.
Did you see my tweet?
They're not going to be on the light web, was it? Yeah, that was
did
good.
really well. I thought that's such a literal tweet. It's like stupid.
People don't think of it. It was good.
I was quite pleased with that. Tweet brag.
Helen was saying that people don't understand her because I don't put words in my sentences, which previously she'd just been shown saying a sentence where a word was missing.
Sounds like this podcast. Chad said he was not going to wear pants today.
Pants?
Pants.
Oh, he means trousers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Oh, zero pants. Yeah, he was like in the bed and he had his feet under a blanket and he was going zero pants. That was quite cute in a way.
Ugh. And then Sandy had to do a task where she has to be the best at everything, and she gets
Tina Turner.
rewarded with Tina Turner songs.
And Big Brother took the opportunity to use lots of Tina Turner puns, didn't they?
There's only 2 or 3 Tina Turner songs I could think of.
Go on.
You're the
Simply
best.
the best.
Yeah. Nutbush, City Limits.
Yeah.
That's it. I can't think of others. Go on, name another one.
What's that? Keep on turning, rolling, rolling, rolling down
Is
the
that
river. Yeah, I think so.
Okay then.
Is Tina Turner still alive?
Mm-hmm.
Good for her. Maybe we
Well done, you.
If we can get her in the house next series.
She don't need the money.
Okay, so what was it? Sandy had to prove she's simply the best at everything, and she had to go up to Sarah and have a sing-off with her and hold a note longer than her, but it was like, it didn't really work out, did it?
No.
She was like making Sarah give her a massage, and she was like, but making out that it was hurting. Let's sing one of your songs. That's something kind of ooh one. And she went, ooh.
Pathetic.
Sarah didn't know what was going on there. It was quite funny.
Twerking with Trisha didn't work that well either.
That's because Trisha was holding a in-bed protest and didn't want to get up. Couldn't even get up to shake her ass. Big Brother doesn't want to see a private dancer. Big Brother wants to see a very public dancer. Yeah, Trisha was like, I don't want to be entertaining. I just want to lay in bed and be boring so the public vote me out. But then, wasn't that where Sandy started to say to her, well, that's the opposite, which actually is true. The ones that make a scene are the ones that get voted out because you get noticed in the edit.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
But that wasn't why she was saying that. She was trying to get us to get up and twerk, but yeah. And the next thing was acting with Sean, wasn't it? But did we watch this one together as well? Maybe not.
Fuck knows.
Yeah.
Then there was a flashback of Brandy calling Sam a cunty little whore.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and then, there was a warning for very offensive language, and Emma said, oh, this is not for the faint-hearted. And then it was just a flashback of Brandy calling Sam a cunty little whore. And then the next day she was saying sorry to him, and he was like, oh, don't worry about it. I am a cunty little whore. Well, he didn't say that, but he should have. You don't remember that?
No.
Okay, then I got a Tina Turner disco. And then Chad had fashioned himself some new hooves. That was nice.
Oh, those pillows around his feet.
Chad's like trying.
But he went, look at my hooves. Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Why do you keep hearing all these references to sausage? I don't hear them.
They're in there if you look hard enough.
God.
Also, Sam had earlier said, after that conversation about the country thing, said to Brandy, we are absolutely hunky-Dorian. Dorian, like out of Birds of a Feather.
Paul said about Chad, 2 birds, 8-pack, cock out. That was good.
2 birds, 8-pack, cock out. Okay. Was that positive or negative?
Oh, and this was when Trisha was telling Chad off for going out and smoking with Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, oh, but I smoked 3 cigarettes straight because he had to come back to Trisha. That was pathetic.
So he was wrapped around Trisha's little finger.
Yeah, he was. But he did stick up for himself a bit, didn't he?
And I wrote there that Gemma is poisoning Trisha because I think Gemma is the only reason that Trisha doesn't like Sarah.
She
but
was.
Maybe it's not actually the only reason. I'm not sure.
Gemma's only storyline is hating Sarah, isn't it?
Yeah. Paul said to Sean that Sarah can't stand that Gemma is trying to permanently steal Chad as well.
Gemma is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Apparently.
Then... Oh, this is when Gemma and Paul had an argument.
Oh, listen, you ain't no bloke. Don't threaten me.
I liked it when Gemma was calling him a fucking little rat.
Yeah, you're a sneaky little rat. Paul said, don't step to me like that. Fucking
you ain't no gangster. Both of them think they're gangsters. And then Gemma said, take your silly little shades off.
Paul goes, they're actually glasses.
Both Paul and Gemma both look like they're dressed out the Lost Property books.
But after that, Gemma went bawling into the diary room.
Why was Gemma mad with Paul? I've forgotten now. Something to do with Sarah, no doubt.
I literally don't even have a reason for that argument. I'm not quite sure.
Probably because there wasn't one. So then it was the eviction.
Yeah, so the results of the 2 housemates with the most votes in no particular order came out first, and they were Sarah and Chad. Now, loads of people who are Trisha fans are saying on Twitter that that was rigged.
Why?
And that Trisha actually didn't have the next lowest, or the next highest above.
She must have done though, because there was only Trisha and Kartik left.
Exactly. And in the previous segment, Emma stated 2 housemates with the most votes in no particular order.
Okay,
so therefore, Sarah and Chad had to have the most votes. Otherwise, Emma can't say that.
Yeah. If there was 5 people, then I would understand that argument. But with only 4, it doesn't make sense.
No.
Yeah. Even I can work that out, and I'm.
But her fans
sick and
can't
tired.
take the fact that she didn't have the most votes.
Probably because her fans are homophobic spazzes. You say spaz in America, apparently.
Most of them are gay, I would have thought.
Yeah, true. But it was actually kind of nice the way that Sarah Harding and Chad hugged when they were safe. That was the first sign, wasn't it?
That's true. It was a long
They looked
hug,
like
wasn't it?
they looked like a couple when they hugged like that, didn't they?
And they were all dressed up all nice, weren't they?
And they were
Both of
holding
them.
hands, waiting for the thing
Were they?
together. So then, and Chad did look genuinely pleased to be saved. Chad has had more of a human side to him the past couple of days.
Yeah. I had a conversation with a Trisha fan on Twitter, and I was like, whether you like it or not, Chad is becoming more liked. Trisha wasn't as popular as him. Sorry.
Sorry. He sound like Simon Cowell. And then what?
Kartik
Kartik
was evicted,
Yeah.
and he had his interview. And have you got anything from the interview? Because I don't really, apart from when he said somebody can't change his stripes. Is that a leopard?
He said he said Sarah had a boyfriend, which was the first I knew of it. He said that in his interview.
Okay.
And he said,
I liked his interview though, I will say.
"I was boring as fuck."
Yeah, but he's like, I like it when someone who's clearly got a brain is having an interview.
That must not happen very often.
Exactly.
He said, "I don't know if I'm going to be a celebrity or go back to being an IT guy."
Go back to being an IT guy for sure.
Yeah, we never even got to wax his monobrow.
I know.
Depressing, isn't it?
One thing that I got from his bots interview was he said that Paul is a bit of a brat and he's not genuine.
Oh, he hates Paul. Now, tell me about this. The fact that they put Big Brother on 5-star at 9 and then at 10:30 on Channel 5.
Yeah.
Is that some sort of mind game? What's going on there?
I think the football was on Channel 5.
I think something else is afoot.
Well, they're trying to
shunt it.
move Big Brother to 5-star.
Yeah.
Permanently.
Yeah.
Nah.
No?
They sign a contract that they have to show football at a certain time.
Right.
But ITV do the same thing with I'm a Celebrity when that's on.
Oh, do
and
they?
the football is on.
Oh.
They either have a day where it's not on at all. So at least we got it on later or on a different channel.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really care. I was okay.
I don't either. I just wondered if there was a conspiracy.
Emma seemed a bit embarrassed to even talk about it though, didn't she?
Don't blame her. Okay, 2 more days to go.
Yeah, we're nearly there.
I'm actually dying.
Okay, well, just hold on for another, let's say, how quickly can we do this?
10 minutes.
Yeah, you'll be lucky. No, I got the wrong Saturday.
It was Chad's
30th. Yeah, right. Birthday.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but what I like to eat for breakfast on my 30th birthday is a delicious whole roast chicken. What was that?
And a gallon of frozen yogurt.
Gallon? Don't mention Jason's young son there. What? Why did he get that roast chicken?
I can only assume that he had written on his application form that was his ideal meal or something.
Weird.
But what was weird was that they called Jordan and Sam into the diary room to say, "Oh, it's Chad's 30th birthday. Oh, do you think you've got what it takes to make him breakfast in bed, but it turned out it was take him breakfast in bed. They just had to go into a storeroom.
Yeah, I can't
get it
imagine
out.
they spent 2 hours cooking that roast
Exactly.
chicken.
It came from Tesco rotisserie, I bet, didn't it?
Oh, I do like those ones. Have you ever just bought one of those and eaten it on your own?
I used to share it with someone at work for lunch sometimes on our desk.
I had one all on my own once. Now,
Whole animal consumed.
oh, don't. That makes me sad. So then Helen said Chad is constantly bewildered. She was just basically doing a rundown of all the alliances in the house and shit. Whatever, Helen. Irrelevant.
The
sit
square triangle
down.
thing.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck off. And then Chad said, is the UK sun as strong
as the American sun?
Was he being serious? He seemed to think there was two suns.
Do you guys know if the UK sun is the same as the American sun? Like, is it stronger over here? And then he goes, there's 6 moons and 3 suns. He's just trying to make a scene. Jordan was trying to get Trisha to help with the dishes. She was like, the house is a piece of shit and so are the people in it, so why would I want to clean it?
You know what Courtney Love says?
No, I don't.
Never mind. What's next?
Gemma and Paul made up.
Oh, yeah, for now. They did a task where Brandy and Helen had to predict the outcome of different challenges. Gemma and Barry had to balance ham on their face. This whole task, I was just thinking about the people on Twitter who go, that's a waste of food.
Did anyone say it? I don't know.
People starving in Africa. Someone did, because I made a joke about it, and then someone replied to me seriously as if I actually meant it.
That ham looked gross. That wasn't fit for anyone to eat. It's
like
disgusting.
that ham that's got like a teddy bear.
It did look like that. That would have been more fun, actually.
Yeah, did you like that task?
What was the point of that task?
They won a really crap party that looked like it was just on a little trestle table out in the back garden, and they had a little limbo stick thing.
Oh, yeah.
The crappiest party ever.
You're clearly like jumping way ahead on. I can't even find where I am. What is this, before or after marshmallows? Is that part of the same task?
Part of the same task, yeah.
So why? Oh, they all got different challenges, wasn't it?
Yeah, donuts, peanut butter.
Oh, Sarah and Chad had to lick peanut butter off a picture frame off the glass.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the rules of this task, because they were like saying that the only places that were in jeopardy were Helen and Brandy's places.
Because they had to predict if they could do it or not, if the housemates could do it or not. So they had to say, yeah, Sarah and Chad can lick all that thing off there. Or which one did it quicker or whatever.
We didn't even find out half the fucking
believe
results.
You're fucking asking me, God.
But, so right, what if they got it wrong? Only they didn't go to the party, but everyone else still went.
Yeah.
Who fucking cares if Helen and Brandy don't go to a party?
Helen and Brandy?
Good for them. It seemed like a lot of effort. I didn't quite think it worked out.
Okay. Anyway, then Kartik got evicted. And then Trisha had her meltdown.
What meltdown? When she was
leaving?
leaving?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she said the house is so fucking disrespectful.
It was because someone shouted in
You
the
were just
crowd.
cheering for people to go home. 2 people to go home, she said.
So what?
As soon as Chad and Sarah were safe, you all jumped up. You guys all jumped up.
What actually happened was...
Is it though?
What?
Those morons heard their names and got really excited.
Yeah.
Paul, Sam and Jordan simultaneously all heard their names and got really excited.
No. Someone shouted, get Paul out. I think someone shouted, get Paul out. And Sam and Jordan were laughing about it. That's
okay.
what I think happened. My voice is gone.
Paul said it wasn't because of that, it's because of the chanting. She was like, it's not even about you, it's about us.
You're going to have to finish this podcast off, I'm afraid. The monologue from Gaz.
Fuck off.
Listen to my voice, it's fucked.
So, Trisha goes to the diary room and asks to leave.
She said, this house is so disrespectful. This house is disgusting. Narcissistic arseholes. Gemma didn't even dress up for the eviction. Fake
That's
ass
what she said.
Yeah, fake ass motherfuckers, disgusting humans, absolutely gross. And if they're a representation of the UK, this is a fucking disgusting country.
I was like, hang on a minute. You don't go into our diary room and talk shit about our country. That is too far.
What are you, fucking God bless America? I thought it was good. She's right. We are disgusting. No, people got so offended by that.
Shouldn't bite the hand that feeds.
Yeah, you say that, but it's like the idiot general public. People still voted for Helen to win after that, didn't they?
I didn't realise what she'd said. Gemma hadn't dressed up. What was Gemma wearing? That fucking...
How could you tell if Gemma had dressed
kitty
it?
gown.
An old fucking sack, probably, most likely. And then she said, I'm a self-absorbed nasty bitch, but these people are worse. That's good.
So Big Brother said to her, you know, if you leave tonight, there's no going back.
Didn't seem like they persuaded her to stay that hard.
But I think they've
It'd
been
been going
working
on.
on Trisha for a few days.
Yeah.
Well, we know Big Brother does work pretty hard to keep housemates in there. She clearly...
She was ready to go. But do you think it's bad that she called us disgusting? But then on those videos, she's like, I love the UK.
I think it's stupid. I think she was in a sort of in the heat of the moment she said that, and I don't think she should have said it.
I don't care. I agree with her. If Sam and Jordan were a representation of the country, she's right. We would be disgusting.
But she's always going on her videos about her demographics and how London is her second biggest city in terms of views and stuff. So, like, in terms of pissing off her fan base, not a fucking great idea, is it?
No, we don't like to piss off our fan base, do we, Gaz?
Don't we? You say I do.
I know you do. Troublemaker. Troublemaker. We ain't got a fan base. We ain't cunts like that. I can't speak anymore. And then she left. But as she left, did you notice she was going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, as they opened.
Going through the door on her left.
Yeah, going, oh my God, like she'd just been the victim of an attack.
Well, she did say that she'd instantly regretted leaving in the first video, and then she watched some clips on YouTube where people had spoke shit about her, and she came back really furious.
She still regretted
She's like
it.
going through the cycles of emotions like a fucking warp speed.
See her hotel room, it looked nice. Looked
That's
posh.
not the Big Brother hotel, is
That
it?
didn't look like the Holiday Inn to me.
It's her own hotel.
Meet me outside.
So, what happened next?
Barry and Gemma said Trisha was being disrespectful, leaving.
And then they were talking about how Kartik wanted to stay, so they should bring him back. It's like, you can't bring Kartik back because he's been voted out.
Trisha going is irrelevant to Kartik being evicted. Those are two separate things.
Apart from, we voted to save Trisha.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So we should be given 50p back. Right?
I wish I hadn't voted to save her. She's a cunt. But anyway,
she's acted so bitter since she left the house that it's really turned me off of her. I just think anyone that goes in Big Brother, before you go in, you're made fully aware of what the situation is regarding the house, regarding the show, and what it can do for you. And you think Big Brother is stupid enough to not have like a fucking solid contract. Like, if you walk out, you forfeit part of your money, and that's just the deal. Like, I'm sure she signed it away before she went in there.
And then she's going, oh, I've got so much money anyway. And then she's like, oh, Perez told me they saved the best celebrities for
Winter Big
well,
Brother.
why didn't he tell you that before you went in, you stupid cunt? Fuck off, get out, leave. Go on.
I don't know if there's anything else of note from that entire episode. Do you? The kiss. Chad and Sarah's kiss happened, right?
Hold on. Yeah, Sarah said she was worried about upsetting her boyfriend. This is before she even kissed him. And Chad
She knew
said...
it was coming, that's why.
Chad said, is he super jacked? How much money does he have in his
bank account right now?
That's bad.
That is bad.
That's disgusting.
He's got no respect for any relationship.
Chad just
outside
likes the
that.
challenge. He just likes the challenge of stealing someone's
Oh
girlfriend.
yeah, hang on. It was his birthday though, wasn't it? And you
fair enough.
No. No, but you could tell that he was kind of like playing it up, like, when it's your birthday, you'd give less fucks, I suppose. And he was really hoping to get that like birthday kiss when they were outside on that smoking area. They were on those beanbags together, and he was like leaning back, like trying to get something out of her for quite some time.
Look, he's 30 now.
Yeah,
He's out of his 20s at last. He's 30. He's not kissed anyone since he's been in his 30s.
He didn't say that, did he?
No. But it's time someone kissed him, and that's all it's all about. Sarah said, I just want to be a decent person. Hate these decent men.
Oh yeah, and Sarah was acting shocked previously when Brandy had said that Chad and Sarah's interactions did look romantic.
Oh yeah.
So
And then Amelia was going, oh, I think it's disrespectful to her boyfriend. Fuck off. People pretending they care about Sarah's boyfriend. Her boyfriend has nothing to do with you. Mind your own business. People on Twitter, oh, Sarah's boyfriend. She's been going out with him for a month. A month. Yeah,
Also,
it is embarrassing for him.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
it will be.
It's
But
a
no one
month.
knows what discussion they might have had before she went in. She might have been given a hall pass.
Well, she obviously wasn't. But still, one, it's none of your business. Two, it's up to Sarah what she does. Three, they've been going out a month. Four, stop just looking at any opportunity to slut shame one. Five, shut the fuck up.
So shall we get to the kiss?
Hold on. Why am I holding this up now? Oh yeah.
Basically, like, they're going. Everyone else is pretty much in bed, and they're walking through the kitchen, and there's that pillar in the kitchen. Chad looks up, clocks the camera, pushes Sarah Harding against the pillar, and goes in for like a movie style kiss.
Yeah.
And then she looks around to check if like any of the housemates can see her through the window of the kitchen, and then sees the camera and is like, "Oh fuck!" And then Chad's like, "Oh, maybe it didn't see us." Like,
yeah, okay.
if that camera didn't see you, there's fucking 5 or 6 others in the kitchen that would have seen you.
But why do it there in the kitchen, of all places?
Where would you do it? Storeroom?
Because it's so bright in the kitchen. I'd rather do it in the garden. It's a bit darker.
Yeah, around that corner where the pool used to be, where there is
Yeah.
nothing. That's where you'd
Or
do
like
it.
under a beanbag or something. I don't know. In the kitchen.
Well, Chad wanted the best angle for the shot.
Well, I know, yeah. Also, it's not hygienic. This kitchen scene thing. Who said that? Someone said something about the kitchen scene things. You should never have seen Gary Buse's ass, for starters. Anyway, then they get into bed together. No, they get into
So they go
bed
to the
next
bedroom,
to each other.
holding hands across their beds. That's a classic.
That was extremely intimate, I thought, them holding hands like that.
And then he goes, "Do you want to cuddle?" And she's like,
She was
"She could
drunk.
hardly fucking hold."
She was drunk. And she went, I don't want to look like that kind of girl. It's a bit fucking late now.
Look like.
Yeah. And Chad went, what? A cuddler?
Did he?
Yeah.
So he's like, just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes.
That
is always,
cuddle that
it's
they
like
had.
just the head, isn't it?
That was, just the head of his penis was going at a fucking arse crack. That was the most intimate cuddle, wasn't it? That was a spoon. That wasn't a cuddle.
Yeah, it was a spoon. Of course it
Imagine
was.
me and you having a cuddle like that.
No, that would be really weird.
Hey, don't look so disgusting. Exactly. That's not the kind of cuddle you have with a friend, is it?
No, not at all.
No. So, I've written scandal.
Scandalous. Sarah was off her face.
She was.
I felt Chad might have been taking a little bit of advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
And what we don't know is, like, what happened after that. Like, were they in bed together all night long? Did anything else happen?
Chad is definitely taking advantage of her. 100%.
Yeah.
But she's a grown-ass woman. She should know better. She's been an idiot.
And she knows what Big Brother is like and what everyone sees. Like, you can't say, oh, it's a friend and this won't upset anyone who is going to be upset by it, because you know that you see everything on Big Brother. She hasn't got a leg to stand on, really.
And she knows how you're going to be perceived as a woman doing that on Big Brother
I don't know
as
how it
well.
might be perceived, she said.
Please.
No, you know exactly how.
And then, so now on to tonight. Fucking hell. So they got this stupid cheerleading task. That was boring, wasn't it?
I liked part of it. I didn't
What
like
part?
the electric shock part. It was quite boring to watch.
What's the point in having electric shocks when they've got to pretend they ain't being shocked?
I suppose they were hoping that someone would freak out, but they're not. Those shocks aren't that bad, I don't think. So, I thought that opening scene where Sarah and Chad were in the storeroom together was quite interesting. She was in a complete state. Like, she couldn't even fucking find a drink in the storeroom because she felt so
and
awkward
he,
in that
like,
situation.
touched her back. And she went, we need to tone things down. And then she went to the diary room and she was like, Big Brother's asking her about it. And she's like, I don't want to talk about it. And then in the garden, the others asking Chad about it.
He said,
yeah, go on.
I don't kizzle and tizzle.
What the fuck?
And then Paul said something about, we'll know when he's done the dizzle or something. Paul was like, oh, there are certain situations outside of this that she's got to sort out. I hate it when people allude to the situation that people need to sort out on the outside. That's so, like,
Also,
cliched Big Brother, isn't it?
Paul, it's the new business. I bet Paul is absolutely loving this, that he's got something to hang Sarah Harding on, isn't he?
Yeah, of course he is.
Someone asked Brandy, were you a cheerleader at high school? And she's like, no.
Like I said.
Like I told you.
I was selling weed.
I was selling weed that my dad grew. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, and then she said that she blackmailed her dad by saying she was going to call the police for $100.
My brother used to sell weed out of my house when I was younger. This used to piss me off. Because I always thought if we get raided...
Did he grow it?
I live there too.
Did he grow it?
No, but he used to have a fucking bin bag full of this stuff. And my dad knew it as well. My dad knew about it as well. It used to fuck me off because I'd lived there. And I thought, this is unfair. And actually, once... I might have said this before. Some guy flashed at me in the park, and I know. And I went home and I called the police because I was fucked up about it. My brother's like, "You can't call the police because I've got all this weed in the house." I was like,
"It's not your
yeah.
problem."
And I was like, "Fuck you!" And I called the police, and the police came around. My brother was having to hide all this weed. I was like, "Fuck off!" Like, I'm not
the
your.
Police, if you're talking about a flash in the park, the police aren't going to go like, "Oh well, I'm just gonna have to look in the loft while I'm here."
Yeah, exactly. It's in the garden shed actually. But it's just, it just pissed me off that I got put in that position. It's like, it's not civilised, is it?
No.
But they did catch that flasher, and apparently he'd done it to someone else earlier in the day.
Good. Glad that you reported him.
Yeah,
then.
see?
How old were you then?
About 11 or 12 or something.
No, someone's
Yeah.
flashing at a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
That is sick.
It's men for you. Animals. So yeah, I could relate to
Men.
Brandy there.
It's not. It's fucking pervs for you. It's not men.
Well, most of them are men though. So then they did another thing. What was this?
Hang on. So was it Brandy said she was friends with everyone? Sandy was like, "That's good. You're friends with everyone. You can sell it real quick."
Yeah. That was good.
What was next you're saying?
Cheerleading electric shock task.
What was it? Who was voted the most this and who was voted the most that?
Fuck that.
They had to cheer who it was. Sarah and Chad were talking about their kiss in the
Yeah,
bedroom.
she said, I want to draw a line under it, and he didn't know what that means.
He does know. It's
Do
just
you
like
think?
he wants to know what she means by this definition of it, I think.
I actually started to feel a bit sorry for Chad here, did you?
I didn't think you were. I was the one going, "Oh,
I know,
oh,"
but-
and you were looking at me like,
I know, but
Man
he
up.
did seem like he actually cared a bit.
I think he did. He felt a little bit like,
But does he really care?
what was it, the bit where he said, now you need to decide who you're going to hurt?
Sarah, oh yeah, that was towards
Was
the
that
end.
later on?
She said, I need to take responsibility. Yeah, you're damn right you do. You need to own what you did and take responsibility for your actions.
She said, one day in here is like a week in here sometimes. I feel terrible because my emotions get the better of me. I don't want to make a fool out of anybody.
Then in the diary room, Chad said he thinks his relationship with Sarah is going pretty
Pretty good. But we're at this weird stage now where we have to step back and make sure we're not hurting anybody on the outside world. Is that what he said?
Yeah. Well, even though you said, is he more stacked than me? Does he have more money than me? Okay. And then Sam said to Sarah, I saw what you did when I went
This
for a glass of
was
water.
the best scene that's happened this series for me.
Really?
This is when they showed this in the preview. You were in the kitchen. I was laughing
Yeah.
my head off. Right?
Why?
It's the moment where Sarah Harding's face drops, where she thinks Sam has seen her. He's like, I saw her, and she's like, what? No, you didn't. He's like, I went to get a glass of water, and her face just goes,
Yeah.
and then she was like, it's a one-off, and then it comes out like, I didn't see anything. That was pretty bad.
That is such a Sam move, isn't it?
Because
It's so childish and schoolboyish, and he's such a knob.
And then he starts asking Chad when he comes out, what's her tongue like?
Yeah, that was weird. But when he did that to Sarah and she got cut out, she was still laughing about it. So the fact she's still
But
pretending...
I think at that point, that's all she can do.
I know, but it's like, don't pretend you still care about your boyfriend if you're sat there chuckling about cheating on him.
But the face drop said it all. She was definitely mortified. But
Yeah.
at that point, I don't know what else she could have done.
I guess.
People laugh when they don't know how to handle a situation, don't
I
they?
guess so. And then Sam said, if I get in trouble again in future, i.e. cheat on someone, I'm just going to say Girls Aloud did it. That's what he said. So he's going to use...
Well, like Sarah Harding set the example.
Yeah, like I did a topaz. Like I'm just going to say Girls Aloud did it. And Sarah went, but that's not how I roll. And Paul went, yes, it is. It's true, though. You can't say that's not how you roll when that is how you roll.
But I think she said this isn't real life now. This place is very easy to get caught up in.
Big brother brain.
Then Sam starts to go, Bots is going to be on this like a hawk. Is that what he said?
Something like that, yeah.
And you know who's going to be a guest? Paul says. Go on.
Your ex-boyfriend.
Ouch.
And I hope he comes in the house. That's too much. I thought that was pushing it too far. Especially with 8.4 million people watching.
I know, it's too much.
I don't know how many people watch Bots, but at least 4 million I would have thought. Except when it's on 5-star.
3.2 on 5-star.
And I just thought, just all of them, the way they're being, it's like, and you Twitter people as well, like having a go at Sarah. Have you never done anything wrong? Have you never got drunk and done something stupid?
Yeah, but
shut up.
For every action, there's a reaction, isn't there?
He said that, Barry.
Sean, yeah. Paul said in the diary room, she kissed him in the kitchen in front of the camera. It's like fucking Cluedo.
Yeah.
I thought she'd be a bit more tactful. I didn't think she'd be that blatant. She's snogging a guy in front of her boyfriend and 8.4 million people.
Where did he get that figure from? Oh, we already discussed that.
Heat magazine, 2001.
And then Sarah said she was hoping she was going to get a telegram from her boyfriend.
What is she on about? Telegram?
I think she meant like a tennis ball over the top or something.
We've seen that net. You can't get it in.
No. And Sarah said to Chad, you don't have consequences and I do. It's true. She's the one who's got to face the repercussions when she gets out.
Because he's single and ready
he
to
can
mingle.
just fuck off back to wherever.
That's true. Bachelorette.
And then something was going on with Amelia and Sam. But if you think I'm going to waste the rest of my throat talking about that shit, you got to think I'm bitches.
She did say, as she walked to the bedroom, Amelia, I look like a bag of piss.
Amelia did?
Yeah.
Okey-doke. That's it for the episode.
Like, fuck for that.
Should we do feedback or should we skip it?
Have you got any feedback that you've saved?
I have, but I'm too tired. Should we save it?
Yeah, maybe we should.
Guys.
It's nearly 1am and I've got work.
It's gone 1am actually.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite.
Guys, my throat is hurting so much I can't do the feedback. I'm really sorry. I've fucked myself for tomorrow now. Totally. Listen to my voice. Hear my voice.
I told you need to, what? Suck on some raw ginger or something, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. What's our code word?
Oh, fuck.
You said sausage a lot, but...
Yeah, sausage then. No one is going to tell us sausage, because who's going to get this far?
Guys, if you got this... Guys...
That's a 3-hour podcast.
This is too long.
And it's been hard.
I want to say I'm so sorry, because I wasn't funny. I wasn't very insightful. And I was probably quite rude. And, yeah...
Sorry
I don't
if
want
you've offended anyone on the outside world.
I don't want to be that kind of person. I'm not that kind of girl.
You don't know how to be perceived.
Yeah. And I just want to apologise to my friends, my family, my dog. Is that dog that's nice to everyone except you? I've got one little quick bit of feedback here. So when I tweeted about Paul's comments of not getting Karthik's name right, I said it's pathetic that Paul can't get Karthik's name right, and it kind of does boil down to implicit racism. Somebody called KazMC at KazMC39, maybe check her out. Not inciting trolling or anything, but you know, trolling.
She's got 3 Union Jack flags next to her name.
Racist.
She says racist for not getting a name right. Are you fucking sure? But she has put an asterisk in fucking sure.
I hate
so
people who do
very,
that.
very PC. Good God, I've had every excuse to shout racist in capitals now. You absolute idiot. So I said to her, you sound lovely. Want to be friends? And she also mentioned fucking Nigel Farage in her fucking bio.
So what
Tweeting
about him?
Something about she likes him or something. Basically, tweeting about racism, all the fucking Nigel Farage, Brexiting, fucking racist piece of shit come out and have a go at you. But you weren't getting it, were you? I was.
Did she reply back to, do you want to be friends?
No.
Did I get involved in that?
No, you didn't actually.
I normally jump in and back you up.
She probably blocked me.
Like a pylon. Read out that person's Twitter again so we can abuse them.
No, we don't incite trolling on this podcast.
No,
but if you'd like to have a look at
on.
her, it's at Kaz, KAZ MC39.
KAZMC39. Okie doke. Got that, guys?
I'm just going to have a look at her now to see if she did block me. MC39.
Fuck that racist cunt, Nigel Farage.
No, she didn't block me. But she says she's a follower of Nigel Farage. And in her picture on the front, she's got Nigel Farage stood next to Katie Hopkins and some other people.
Are you joking?
No.
That's a parody. That ain't a real account. Is it?
It is a real person, isn't it?
I strongly recommend you have a look at that. Yeah, we ain't got time to read out actual feedback from people who like us, but we have got time to take the piss out of some racist cunt. Guys, thanks so much for bearing with us. We'll be back when I'm better, and we'll do BB19, we'll do CBB, we'll do the lot. Follow me on Twitter, light@VM.
Follow me on Twitter, BB_superfan.
And please retweet us, you silly sausages.
Retweet an older one when we were better.
No, retweet this one. Just to a select group of people. Maybe if you've got a private account or something. Thanks very much for listening. Who's that?
That's my latest follower.
Oh, they don't know. Thanks very much for listening, guys.
Good night.
Bye.